Got it. Let me make sure the stream connects. All right, boom. So YouTube is on now. Perfect. All right, let's get right into it, guys. I sent another message. You will probably be joining as we're on. Smiley, I appreciate you coming in. I know you're new. So I'll kind of explain to you how it works here. I'm just going to do a quick analysis and then we're going to kind of dive in a little bit deeper. You can kind of see our strategy and why we've been so profitable, especially this month. We had some slow days, some slow months, but we'll go ahead and get to it. All right. All right. So I'm going to jump right in, you guys. What's going on? iPad, what's going on? Hello. All right. So just to get started here, I'm going to look at GJ first from a 4-hour perspective. If we kind of, well, let's start from the daily so you guys can kind of see what price has been doing. We're actually coming, we actually rejected this area, this previous support. Smiley, it's me. Okay, Smiley, hello. It just says iPad, so I'm just calling it from what I see. As you can see, the last couple of days, you've been kind of bearish, rejecting. Now it's kind of found some support right here based off the previous support, okay? This is the daily structure, even though some people will look at the M pattern. Remember, guys, I don't really look at patterns like that. I look at price action, and I pay attention to price in certain key zones. But as far as the daily structure, you can see that we're breaking the 200, the 8, approaching the 50. And we have found some sort of support previously here. As you can see, support, went resistance, back to support. Now we're, looks like we are testing support now. Let's get a little bit closer on the 4-hour. Same thing here. Again, as you can see, price seems like it's pushing up a little bit. It's starting to break the EMAs here. Now it's coming to test the 200 on the 4-hour. From a 4-hour perspective, it is looking like, again, it's tested some support. So we're getting some bullish momentum. We just got to see how price reacts in certain areas. And then if we go down to the hourly to get a little bit more information, you can see on the hourly, it has broken all 3 EMAs, especially the 200, which is one of the most important ones. So I guess from a long-term perspective, it looks like GJ possibly could be taking a turn for some bullish momentum, but we're going to pay attention to price in this area because there could be, it is approaching some resistance here. You know, we got some resistance here, and I'm going to show you my markups, a key zone right here, right here. You can kind of go back and forth and see that this area is like an area of interest that it's approaching right here. So we got to see how price does react. Now, let me show you guys my marks. Now, for the ones that are new, this is kind of, I never used this many lines. It's just so many, price has been a little bit weird, so I got to pay attention. This is what I'm looking for. From the blue lines are the 4-hour zone lines or the daily lines, and then the yellow lines are the 1-hour. So those are based off the 1-hour chart. I don't mark lines off the 13, I'm sorry, the 15 or the 30-minute. I mainly mark from the higher time frame, and then we zoom in. Keep in mind the overall trend is based off the 4-hour and the daily, but entries are based off the 30-minute and the 1-hour. Okay, and I'll explain to you what entries that we're looking for. So once we look at the 4-hour here, it gets a little bit tricky for the entry. That's why you see so many lines, just because price has done so much in certain areas. We reject it, we support it. So this is what I was adjusting. Because as you guys know, from a 4-hour perspective, I need to see price come. Let me move my EMAs for a second. Boom. All right, so I need to basically see price come up and break this previous wick because we have clean traffic here to the left. Okay, so we need to see price get through this area because this is a heavy rejection. Price can come right here and reject. Price can come up to this wick and reject just like it did here. And I did see it over here. Price rejected here. I rejected right here and rejected right here pretty heavy too. So you can see that it is approaching a heavy rejection, but I do anticipate that if it does break this wick, that'll come to test the top of this body. Most likely the top of the wick, but we're just going to go for the top of the candle body. So we're going to be paying attention to price when it gets to about right here. And that's why you see I have my buys. Now, usually I would have it right at the 4 hour, right when it does break that area. But the reason why I'm going to wait and respect the 1 hour is because when I go to the 1 hour time frame, we have a wick right there. We have an hourly rejection right here. So I wouldn't want to hop in the buy, let's just say right here, which is, let me show you so you guys don't get confused. Okay, price is down there, right? I wouldn't want to hop in a buy right here for the simple fact that if I hop in a buy right there, this can happen, right? I can hop in a buy right here and run into an instant rejection and price can go down. Okay, if I go further back, you can see that this 1 hour key zone is important. Look over here on the 1 hour. Price, every time it touches the yellow line, something happened and reject it right here. I can keep going back and back. So what I decided to do is move the entry a little bit further up, even though possibly the best entry might be above this blue line because it is the 4 hour, but we're just going to play it safe and have a confirmation entry right here based off that 1 hour. So I'm going to be looking for buys right here, and then we're going to ride it to the top of this candle body. This is the 4 hour time frame. As you can see on the 1 hour, same thing here. I do have the 1 hour, the lines that you see between, we're going to be paying attention to price in those areas. So let's just say we get our entry for our confirmation. Doesn't mean we just take a buy when it hits here. I'll tell you what we're looking for. First area of interest, we're going to pay attention to price right here. Okay. It's only 4 pips in our entry, but we're going to have to pay attention to price here because it could face some rejection. If we do take a buy and price hits this area and it's kind of already struggling to get through and starts to reject, we'll close our trade out at break even. But if it does come through comfortably, the next area of interest is the 1 hour, because right here, this is the 1 hour time frame. We have 1 hour rejections, right? And then the clean traffic. So we're going to pay attention to price right here. If price starts to struggle and it's rejecting and it's rejecting, it starts to reverse, we'll close out our trade as well. If it gets to that area, the last area of interest or of resistance, more to say, would be right here at about 0.848. If price starts to struggle and it can't break through this area comfortably and starts to reject, we will close our trade at least in profit, even if it's 10 pips right here. But if price can comfortably break through these 3 areas, I anticipate it definitely to test the top of this candle body, which would be this 4 hour zone. So we're looking at about a 25 pip move. Probably, we don't have to ride exactly to the blue line. So probably about 22, 23, 24 pips, somewhere in this area right here. We'll go ahead and secure the trade and secure our profits. As you can see, to get a better angle of it, based off the 4 hour, is where you could see the clean traffic here. And that's why, which is this area right here. This is clean traffic. There's nothing interrupting it, right? So this would be the best area for our buys, just because we broke the previous wick. There's no other interruptions. Price will, not will, but I anticipate price to test the top of this candle body. And that's what we'll wait for. We just have some areas in between that we need to pay attention to price. So we will be playing it safe instead of just being impulsive when we get in the trade. And I'll post this chart in the Telegram group as well, so you guys can have the markings if you want to mark your chart exactly the same. But I do anticipate buys on GJ just because, like I was saying, from the 4 hour perspective, before I showed you my charts and the EMAs, is that we're starting to get a little bit of a bullish push after it found support here, especially on the daily. You can see a huge daily support right here. Price drove up. Price is hitting now, so we'll see if price decides to drive up. So from an overall perspective, from a higher time frame, it does look like GJ may be shifting into a little bit of a bullish momentum, but we'll see if it could possibly be temporary, still squeeze out some pips. So as far as the buys, I do like the buys better, just because when you zoom out and you check the other areas, everything just seems a little bit bullish. But then again, we're going to see how price reacts, because check this out. This is where we're looking for ourselves, right? Let me show you from the 4 hour. Sorry, my chart's a little messy today. It's a lot of markings. It's usually not this many markings, but it's just so much going on, right? All right, now from a 4 hour perspective for sells, because I like to do both buys. Technically, right here would be clean sells, just because there's clean traffic here. But I'm gonna play it safe. Again, it's Sunday night, so price can do anything. So I'm looking for extra confirmation, if you know what I mean. So from a 4 hour perspective, again, I need to see price come down This is going to be a very interesting area because there is some support here. It was previously resistance. It went support, resistance, tried to break. It was a fake out. Some people probably got caught in this fake out. Resistance, and now turned support. So we're going to see if it comes back to test the support and then continue up. And that's why I don't want to get caught in a reversal or a fake out. So check this out. From a 4-hour perspective, we're actually going to wait beneath that support. Keep in mind, this is considered clean traffic in case for the people who have been in my streams and they're like, well, look, there's clean traffic. That's usually your setup. Yes, but there's just too much rejection. Excuse me. There's just too much rejection for me. And let me see something real quick. 15 pips. In all honesty, too, now that I'm looking at it, I'm actually going to move this a little bit lower here. We're going to wait for the 1 hour just because of this right here. I don't know if you guys see this, but there's a wick that bounced off this yellow line, and look what happened ever since it hit it. Never came back. Huge support. So we're going to see if it price respects that hourly. Okay, so kind of to finish what I'm saying here as far as sells. Yeah, it's a little bit further down. Yeah, it might not happen today, or we might not even get that set up, but I don't think I'll take any sells unless it does approach that area. Again, from the 4-hour perspective, right here, as for the people who have been in my streams, you guys know usually I would enter right here. Once price comes, breaks the previous wick, clean traffic to the left and write it down here. But there's just too many areas of interest right here. We got support, we got resistance. I just showed you guys there's a huge support line right here. So I'd hate to take a sell under that blue line, right? Let's just say we took a sell right here and then I get caught in something like this, boom, and price rejects and trade loses. So I'm sure if I zoom a little bit further, you guys can see, look, heavy line support right here. I mean, it's a little bit weird for sells. That's why I do prefer the buys. But again, I'll be prepared for sells if it happens. Now, what we're going to do also, once we do execute a sell, if it does play in that direction, we're going to go ahead and take our entries, which I'll tell you our confirmation. We're going to pay attention to price in these areas right here. These areas are some key areas that we need to pay attention to. So if price does struggle once it approaches these lines and starts to reverse, we will close our trade. Last area of interest would be this yellow line at 541. If price struggles to break this area and starts to reverse, we will obviously have our stop loss at entry by here. By the time it approaches this area, I'll be telling everyone move your stop loss to entry to prevent any huge bounces, like a huge support bounce. And then if it breaks these areas, I anticipate price to test here. This is about a 16 pip move on the GJ sells, but I did put a take profit too. I'll let you guys decide if you want to stay in for the full 30, about 29 and 28 pips. Reason being, because if we break this wick here, we have more clean traffic. I anticipate price honestly to come down a little bit deeper, but we don't need to ride it that further down. Okay, so again, we'll execute the sell. Pay attention to these areas. You can secure your profit right here if you like. Let me actually move this a little bit lower. Boom. We can secure profit right here, or if you want to close 50% and leave the remaining running, it's completely up to you. But if you decide to hold at this point, well, if price doesn't reject this and it breaks this area, that means it broke the previous wick right here. And now we have clean traffic, and I anticipate price to come for the 28 pip move. So we'll pay attention. We'll decide how we want to play that out. But I know once it gets to this area, we are going to at least secure something, whether if it's 50%, 80%, and then you can leave some runners, and then we'll move our stop loss from our break even, and then we'll move it down here, and then we'll let the trade ride. If the trade makes it halfway, let's say for whatever reason it starts to reverse, your stop loss will be right here. So even your runners should get stopped out in profit. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for as far as GJ. Honestly, I do prefer buys just because from an overall perspective, it just looks a little bit more bullish to me. I'm seeing bullish patterns coming into play. So we'll just let price do its thing. Any questions as far as GJ? I'm gonna jump into GU, but any questions as far as GJ? My charts aren't as clean today. It's a lot of markings, a lot of lines, but I'd rather just make sure I'm paying attention to each area. Any questions as far as GJ? Any questions are all good. Let me know all good if everything makes sense. Everything makes sense. All good, all good. What is clean? Clean traffic to me is like this, and you'll start to see it more. Clean traffic is like this right here, like a strong candle, nothing interrupting it. This is clean traffic. This is clean traffic. Clean traffic are just like really strong candles, not a lot of wicks interfering. You know what I mean? Like it's like once this is clean traffic right here. If price breaks this area, then I would anticipate to come here just because all this clean traffic. When I say clean traffic, it's more like a clean candle. There's no wicks. There's nothing really interrupting it here. This is technically a clean traffic area right here. Why? Because once there's price rejected here, price rejected here. If price comes up, this would be the clean buy area, basically like strong momentum. Yep. That's why some of our trades usually, not always, but they'll push right into profit pretty quickly. Or we would catch trades that are all on like one huge candle. Like we probably would, like our sell would look like this or buy look like this. Usually just because we trade mainly in those traffic areas. I don't like to trade in like messy areas. Like right here, to me, this would be considered messy. I wouldn't take any trades in there at all, just because there's nothing clean. To me, cleaner and cleaner area. Let me use the 4 hour. To me, a clean hour here, and ignore all my lines. Today's a little messy. Is here. You see what I'm saying? What looks cleaner? Taking trades in here or taking trades here? There's nothing up here. Literally nothing. Just one strong candle to the left. Clean traffic to the left. There's nothing here. Here you got rejection, rejection. So taking any sells or buys anywhere in this area would be dangerous. So we only take trades in clean traffic areas. And I'll explain our entry too in a second, because I don't just take buys when we get to this area. What we look for is the price to come up. Let's pretend this was a green candle, like a bullish candle. We're going to wait for price to come up to our area. We don't just take buys when it comes to the area. You know, we pay attention to price action. That's why I say look for buys. I don't just say buy, look for buys. So once it gets here, you pay attention to price, right? We look for the 30-minute or the hourly candle to close above that line. That's the first confirmation. Okay. Doesn't mean we take the buy. That just means we're one confirmation in and we need one more confirmation to take the entry. We need to see a green candle come up and close above, not come up here and then close beneath. We need to see the candle body, the top of the candle body, close above that area, that line. Then the second confirmation is how that second candle comes out. We're looking for the second candle to open up above the previous and start to push up, and then boom, or take our entry to anticipate price to push up. We will take our entry once that second candle does open above the previous. Okay. And then the only other type of entry we take, if we get the first confirmation, but the second candle doesn't doesn't open above. Let's say it opens up bearish. Let's say it's a red candle, it starts to go down a little bit. The only way I'll still take the entry is what I call like a flip entry. Let's just say it's a little bit bearish. Pretend this is a red candle. Starts to go down a little bit, just a little bit, and then it starts to leave a wick, like a long wick under it, which this is a wick. If it goes a little bit bearish and it leaves a wick at the bottom, and then it starts to actually flip bullish, then we'll take our entry once it flips bullish and breaks the previous area. So that's the second type of entry. If the second candle does not open above the previous, we'll look for price action there and see if it leaves a wick, which I'll explain more once we get closer there. All right, so that is GJ. Let's look at GU now. All right, boom. We're actually approaching a sell area, right? Let me just double check something. Make sure I didn't put it nowhere impulsively. 1 second, guys. No, we got clean traffic right there. Okay, cool. So GU might be a trade that we're going to probably take here shortly. This might be a trade for today. Why? Because it is approaching our area. But let's take a look, and as it's doing its thing, right? We're bringing the EMAs. Okay, as you can see, GU, basically the opposite of GJ. It's been kind of bearish, and it didn't find support on the daily. Let me see. Let's bring up the daily, right? You can see broke here. We're in a kind of like in a bearish market. Yeah, there is some upcoming support here on the daily, and here, and then here. But that's why we would, if we enter ourselves, it would be before it reaches the full support. We do have to be cautious on this trade. Reason being is it has been dropping for a while. Sometimes it's not the best to hop on trades that's been selling, dropping, because we can reach a point of exhaustion, and kind of like an oversold market. So we will be paying attention to price just because we are approaching support. And this is the daily time frame. But let's get a little bit closer. Yeah, price is approaching our. All right, cool. So again, same thing. 4 hour perspective, it's kind of hard. There's nothing here to go by. That's why it's just dropping so smoothly and with no issues, is because it's broken this previous wicks. This would have been a nasty sell from a 4 hour perspective once it broke this 4 hour support. That's why it's dropping so nasty, right? But so I had to go a little further left to get a little bit more information, just because there wasn't a lot to go based off of. Because I always tell my members, look to the left, never too far to the left, just a little bit to the left to get a little bit more information. All right, so let me move my EMAs now again. Boom. All right, now you see we have some clean traffic right here. Actually, when price broke this wick, this would have been probably another entry because there's clean traffic here to the bottom of the candle. That's why we're going to take this area. Obviously, pay attention to price here because we have rejection, support, rejection. This is a key level as well. So what I'm anticipating for sales is once we break, let me go back. And it's kind of coming down. So get GU ready, you guys. We possibly could be taking an entry here for sales on GU. Again, you can't. There's really nothing here to the left. You got to go further back to get information to see where the key areas are. But what I'm expecting here, or at least what I'm anticipating, is if price does break this area here. Oh, sorry. If price does break this area here, and I'm going to be looking for the candles to actually close beneath the blue line, which is 30093. That would be my first confirmation. But the most importantly is that second confirmation. I want to see price open up beneath that 30-minute or hourly candle and continue down. That's what we'll take our entry once it opens beneath, and then it starts to push. Boom, we'll take our entry and anticipate price to go down. This is about a 25 pip move, so maybe around 20, 22, 23 we'll start considering taking profit. But I actually prefer sells on GU just because it's been overall bearish. Even though it's been selling, it's been dropping a lot. That would be our sell setup, and it's actually approaching that area. So we just got to pay attention to stuff. We're going to let price do its thing. It's even rejecting the 8 EMA here pretty good. As you can see, this hourly candle is rejecting the 8. It kind of faked out the 8. It's been rejecting it here, and that's the 8 EMA. So we'll see what price decides to do, because price could possibly find support right here and continue up, but we'll let it do its thing. For buys, 4 hour perspective, move out the charts. Boom, look at this clean traffic to the left, right? Once price does break this wick, if price decides to come up and break these wicks right here, we have super clean traffic here, and I anticipate price to test the top of the candle body. So our buys entries would be about right here. Let me see. Yep, boom, would be about right here, and I anticipate price to move up. Now we do have to be careful. When I zoom in, look at the 1 hour. We have a 1 hour wick here. A lot of areas of interest here. So we're going to be paying attention to price as it moves through. So once we do take our entry, we'll pay attention to the first area of interest, about 9 pips in. By that point, we should have our stop loss to entry using a risk-free trade. So we'll let it play out. If price does reject here and struggle to come through, we'll go ahead and close the trade out, at least in a little bit of profit. And then same thing here. We're going to see if it breaks through this area. If it breaks through this area, I definitely anticipate it to come up to this next zone. We're going to pay attention to these areas because you can see on the 1 hour, once it breaks that wick, clean traffic. 4 hour, clean traffic all the way around. But once you got to at least get a little bit more information on the hourly. So we're going to be paying attention here. But once it breaks this top yellow line, it has a better chance of moving through. If it's going to reject, it probably would happen right here. But I still have these areas marked, this blue hour, these blue 4 hours, and I'll show you why. I'm gonna go to the left here. Okay, let's see. Okay, these are those two blue lines here. That's the two. Look at this right here. Right here. This is what I would hate to run into. Look, price went up. This is our entry, right? This could happen. Price could go up and it could reject right in those two blue lines that I just showed you, and it can reverse and come down. So that's why I want to pay attention to those areas. Look, price came up, rejected these two blue lines, and went down. So we're gonna have to pay attention to price in those two lines here. Let me go back. Okay, boom. So these are the two lines that I was telling you about. And then same thing here. We're just going to pay attention to price. If it gets these two zones, it's going to come and test these. If we could get through all these lines that I've written in between our buy zone, price would definitely come up and to test the top of this candle body, which is about a 38 pip move. Probably get out about 35 maybe. Should be a good buy if it decides to get in that area. No take profit to target, even though price might come up and come here, but we don't need all those pips. We'll just take our 35 and keep it pushing. But I do prefer sells, so we'll see how it plays out. Even though buys are pretty clean, if buys do come to this area, even from the 30 minutes, still looks clean. So we'll see and pay attention to price, because again, it could have found support right here. Could start building some sort of support and continue up. But if it does start to break this area, I anticipate a push down. So this is a very important zone for GU to decide where it wants to go. We're going to see if it's considered finding support or if it is going to continue going down, because from a 4-hour, it did bounce off this blue line perfectly, literally to the T. So we're going to see if that was the last area that it wanted to reject and continue up for the reversal. Any questions on GU? Let me know if you guys have any questions on GU. Let me know if you guys have any questions for as GU. What's up, Brandon? What's going on, brother? What's up, Cam? What's going on, guys? Appreciate you joining in. No questions on GU. Okay. Anybody else have questions on GU? I know some people just joined. I'll do a quick recap in a second, but for the ones who's been that paid attention there, any questions as far as GU? I gotta post these charts in TradingView because we might get some volume here. I'm gonna do EJ in just a second. I just haven't marked it just yet, so I'm gonna do this too. Give me a second. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me respond to this message. Just 1 second here. Just 1 second. You're just getting a little push here. I just want to respond to this message real quick. One second. Any questions here as far as you? Hey, Rutherford, how are you? I just talked about GJ and GU. I'm gonna do a quick recap for the ones who are just joining. I appreciate you guys jumping in. Give me a second, just responding to some messages. All right, cool. All right, so quick recap for the ones who just joined, and I'm gonna mark up EJ. I don't really trade it like that, but I will mark it live with you. No worries. So real quick, just to jump on, let me make sure. Okay, I'm gonna look at GU first, and then we'll jump into GJ. Okay, boom. Quick recap on you, GU. It is in an overall bearish market from a long-term perspective. It's been rejecting and broke certain EMAs, rejecting, broke previous wicks, previous areas. So from an overall perspective, it is bearish, but again, it could be at a point of reversal, finding support. How do we know that? We got to look a little bit to the left and get a little bit more information. As you can see here, where price is at, let me zoom in. It's rejecting. Let me move my EMAs too for you guys. It literally, price is right here. It's literally bouncing off this 4-hour support wick at the bottom. So who knows if it's going to do what it did here, which is this push up. It was resistance, turn support, resistance, turn support, turn resistance, kept resisting, not turn support. So we're going to see if now we're at a point where it is turning, it is creating some support, and it decides it is ready for some sort of reversal, even if it's for the short term, because again, I said from long term, it is bearish, but again, we got to have both buys and be ready for both angles. Let me look at GJ too, make sure. Give me a second here, guys, because GJ is approaching too. Let me do this just for the time being. I'm going to move this alert while I'm talking about GU and move it to GJ. Give me a second. All right, I'm going to put an alert right here just so we don't miss out while I'm talking about another pair. Okay, boom, back to GU. All right, again, it's in a very important area because close to sells and it's close to buys. The only reason why I'm looking at buys in this area is because the 4-hour. Let's go back. Boom, check this out. If we break these previous wicks, as you guys know, we have clean traffic here to the left. So I anticipate if price does break these wicks right here, it is going to go to test the top of this candle body. Hold on, let me charge my laptop. Just notice it's dying. And boom. Okay, we're plugged in. All right, so again, I had to move all my markings out the way so you can see. If price does break these wicks right here, I anticipate price to test the top of this candle body. That's why, boom, we have the buys set up in that area. But most importantly, there's a little bit of certain areas that you have to be careful with, which are these lines in between. As you guys know, the yellow lines are hourly and the blue lines are 4-hour and daily. So once we take this buy and we execute, after we get our confirmation, of course, we're going to make sure that price, we got to get through these areas comfortably to get to our take profit. Okay. And honestly, here's another, let's just put this here while I'm watching, just because there's an hourly resistance right here and right here. Charts are a little bit ugly today. You guys know I don't really like to have too many lines, but I need to pay attention to these areas just in case we do run into any rejection. But look at the 4-hour, it's just super clean traffic. I like candles like this, but I got to be ready for anything just in case we run into any, because if anything was to happen, it would be at these areas, right? So we're going to make sure we're paying attention to price once we're in our buys. This is the first area. If it starts to reject, starts to struggle and reverse, we'll close out our trade. At that point, once we get close to this yellow area, I'll probably have us move our stop loss to entry. Just we can have a risk-free trade. And then same thing at every area. We're going to pay attention to price here, price here. Once it gets through these two lines, I definitely anticipate it to come and test this area. And then the last two areas that it can possibly reject. But look at it. We'll already be at about 30 pips of profit. So we'll probably be moving our stop loss up as we're in this trade. But I do anticipate price to hit the full target, which would be up here. Why is it up there? Because of the 4-hour. Boom. We don't need to ride it to exactly the top of the candle body, even though I anticipate price to go that far. We can just get out, whether we decide to get out at the 1-hour. Why do I have those yellow lines here? Because this right here, I put at the top of the candle body and the top of the wick. And as you can see, price gets a little interesting when it gets to this area. And that's just the 1-hour time frame. Look, price rejects this area. So these 1-hour are actually very important 1-hours. Okay, and price looks like, give me a second. GU, because GU buys could possibly set up. Just make sure you have GU buy GU, the pair on your watch list or your MetaTrader. So yeah, just to get to the point, basically, as you guys know, we're going to just be paying attention to price as it gets through this lines. If it comes all the way up here, which is at 30 pips profit, at this point, we'll probably have our stop loss at about 15 pips, just in case we have like a huge resistance. At least it'll take us out at profit, but we'll be moving our stop loss higher and higher and higher as price gets through these areas. Because look, you guys know I only like to go for 15 to 20 pips. Usually that's how you can make plenty of money once you master 10 to 15 pips. But in this case, I am going to go for my full target, which is for the top of the candle body on the 4 hour. Again, we're going to pay attention to price in these areas as we approach them. But don't be surprised if price gets all the way through and then rejects right here. So I'll let you know if I close my trade out in 30 pips profit or if I take the full 40. Really wouldn't take the full 40. I'd probably go to about 35. So in our reality, this is actually probably a better take profit zone, is that first yellow line. And I might move my take profit down because let me see what's the pip difference from here to here. It's only 7 pips different. Yeah, so I'm going to move it like this. Boom. We're probably going to get out at this hourly area because it's a huge rejection here on the 1 hour. So my move would actually comfortably be from here to here for about 30 pips for the GU buy. Again, it's close to a GU sell area. If it breaks this previous wick, I do anticipate price to come here, but we're going to pay attention to price. Okay, GJ, same thing here. Buys are a little bit higher. Again, as you guys, for the ones who are always on my stream, you guys can just tell off the bat, I have a lot more lines than usual. Which means that we just got to be very careful. And I already have an idea of why I have so many lines here, because it's Sunday night / Monday. Usually the slowest day of the week. It's always a little bit more choppy. So I got to be a little bit more cautious in these areas, right? So I rather just play it safe. Again, what we're going to be looking for GJ is buys up here. Okay. If you look at the 4 hour time frame, you'll get a better idea. Keep in mind, this was the trade before. This was earlier today during Asian session. These candles right here. After it broke the wick here, this is a fake out. Look, the first confirmation, it closed above, but the second candle didn't, and that's why it faked out. Then it came back up and did its thing. So people right now are probably in buys riding it up to this area. But we're going to ride into the next clean traffic, which is up here past this wick. That's why if you guys take a look at my lines, this wick right here, once price breaks this wick, I do anticipate it to test the top of this candle body right here. Super clean traffic, huge momentum. But we do have a 1 hour area, and that's why I'm going to wait. That's why the buys are on the yellow and not the blue. Why? Because look at this wick right here. This is the reason why I'm going to wait a few more pips, because we could take entries right here because you guys seen on the 4 hour it's a clean move, but a few pips to get an extra confirmation, because I'd hate for us to take a buy and boom, run into some rejection and then lose a trade just because we couldn't wait a few more pips. And then you can see this yellow area is a very important zone. Look, price tested here, tested here, tested here, rejected here. I'm sure if I keep going further back and back, look, support here. This area, this yellow line right here is just a very important key level. Things happen when price gets there. So look, resistance, turn support. Wick came down, tapped almost perfectly right here, reject it. So now we are going to wait for price to not only break the 4 hour wicks right here, but break that 1 hour resistance, just because it is a key level and there's wicks right here. So that is our clean buys for GJ. Let me just look at GU. And then sells are a little bit lower. I actually prefer buys on GJ, just because you guys see from a 4 hour perspective and long term. Right here, this is the daily time frame. We are testing support. Look, price came down and bounced perfectly off this area. Boom, boom. So now possibly can get a, even if it's a temporary push, I'm expecting some sort of push to the upside, maybe to test some rejection up here. But you could just see from an overall perspective, it found support. Really right here, boom, boom. I mean, this is a heavy support area on the daily, which are rejected. If it would have broke this area and continued down, it would have been a huge sell. And then we look from the 4 hour, same thing here. It is coming up to a very important area. So we need to be careful. Why? Because price has done a lot in this area. Look, reject it, boom, continued on. Reject it, boom, reversal. Reject it, fake out, came back up, then broke it, then dropped. Now we're coming back up to that area. So we need to pay attention to price action. But I do prefer buys on GJ. And I need to look at G real quick because it could be going up. Excuse me. All right, what I'm going to do here, I'm also going to jump into EJ. EJ is not a huge pair of mine. I'm going to mark it up in just a second. But let me just see something. I'm going to post my charts on TradingView and in the group first. So I'm not even going to mark it. Yeah, let's give EJ a second. Let's post this in TradingView. I'm going to put the alert on GU in case it starts to really jump. Give me 1 second, guys. Any questions so far on any of the setups? And tell me, what setup do you guys like more? What setup looks a little bit cleaner? GU. Yeah, GU does look better for the buys. I really like. Initially, sells would be better, but GU does have a little bit better market structure. You can just tell by how many more lines I have on GJ compared to GU. So let me just do this. I want to post this chart in the group and on TradingView. So let me just fix up the chart and post it. Right now is a good time to ask questions. Yeah, see, sells are super low, but we'll see. You guys like GU better? Does everybody like GU better? Or does anyone like GJ better? And I'm just, not the pair, I'm just talking about the setup. Just the setup. I'm just fixing the chart so I could post it in TradingView. As you guys know, I always post my charts on TradingView. But I gotta fix it real quick. Who's ready to make some money this week, man? I feel like we're gonna have a super good week this week. We're gonna all end in profit. We're here to make money. I always get excited when new weeks start, man. But 90% of the time, traders are just waiting. If you're new to the stream, you guys know I mark on my charts. I don't do nothing until it comes to my area. I don't get impatient. I don't just be like, you know what, just hop in, guys. That's not how I rock. We need confirmation entries. And sometimes not every day is a trading day. Remember that. Not every day is a trading day. Let me post this on TradingView. If it's not our setup, no, no confirmation, no trade. Just remember that, you guys. And hopefully most of you guys follow me on TradingView by now. I will follow you back. I would highly appreciate it. Any other questions? I like to post up my chart every day. And it lets me go back and journal and kind of see what I did. How could I have made it better? If you could journal your trades, you'll become a better trader. Simple, because you got to know what you're looking for. All right, boom. So this is GJ. Yep, GJ 1 hour. 314, 314. Cool. All right, so now I'm going to post GU. Let me just fix it, get it ready. GUs do look good for a possible reversal buy, but it is in a overall bearish market. So it doesn't mean that GUs all of a sudden bullish. It's just you might be able to scalp some pips on it while it's coming to test the previous resistance. Does everything make sense so far? Let me know. Just drop a comment, say yes, it makes sense, or ask your question. I'm going to post this chart in the Telegram group as well. That's why I want to fix the chart. Perfect. Okay. Very simple. I mean, we do this every day, same setups. We look for the same things, same confirmations. Make sure whenever you're as a trader, you do the same thing over and over. If you switch it up every day, you'll never know what is working and what's not working. But if you do the same setup, same thing every day, and then you trade the same time, you got to trade the same time because you can do the same thing every day. But if you're trading at different times, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Why? Because price does different things at different times of the day. Price never reacts the same all day. Same time, 2:30. Yes, I always trade this time. And then obviously, the New York session is about to be starting very soon now. I actually got closer to setting that up. So you just got to find what session is better for you. A lot of my members are on the East Coast. So I know this session's a little bit tough for some guys because it's 2:30 a.m. Eastern. But keep in mind, New York session, once we start that stream, that'll be at 8 a.m. Eastern. And some people would prefer that just because, not everyone wants to wake up at this time. So once that stream does start, you can decide which stream you want to join, London or New York, but I'm not going to pick either one. I've always traded London. I trade New York too sometimes. Usually I trade New York when London doesn't give me my setup. Because remember this, when London, 8 a.m. Yep. I know some people are going to love it. We probably would have way more people in here if, not if, but when the New York stream opens up because it's hard to wake up at 2:30 a.m. Eastern, and it's completely fine. That's why I have to have the signal group open. But the New York session is in the works, and we are actually getting very close to start that stream. And I know people are excited. I've been getting a lot of messages from people who have never joined the stream just because 2:30 is a little bit rough, and I completely understand. No worries. Okay. But yeah, that is kind of when it comes to, I don't want to mess up people's schedule, is what I mean. I want people to get sleep. I want people to live their life. I don't want people to be like, oh man, my life's been terrible. I haven't been able to sleep since you stream, but I don't want to miss out on the money. That's fine. Soon when I announce, hey, we have officially opened New York stream, I know people are going to be like, all right, I'm not going to watch your London stream anymore and I'm going to go to New York. That's fine too. I might start having less people in this stream and more in the New York, but that's fine. It's a little bit different for me because I'm going to have to stream both, which I'm fine with. I don't mind it. But New York stream would probably be like the first to 2 hour of open, because the most, how do you say it? The most profitable time and the most volume are the first hour of the new session. So the first hour of London, heavy volume, and the first hour of New York, heavy volume. Keep in mind too, for the ones who are in the Telegram group, as you guys seen, time has changed. We have the daylight savings time. So London hasn't even started. London's finally about to start in 15 minutes. So maybe we could get some good push here for the next couple minutes, and possibly as London opens, push through and get a nice London push for our GJ buys. So now, as you guys see, if you didn't see the message in the Telegram, London session has been moved an hour and New York session too. So both sessions, due to the time change, has changed the time of the session opens. Does that make sense? Yes, awesome. Okay. Let me send a message to one of our members. Question, Kev, I know you're here watching. I'm gonna message you my number on Telegram so I can just give me the best number for you so I can send you the signal as well, just for future. I'm actually going to give you the text number on Telegram. All right, boom. Check your messages there, Kev. I sent you the number. If you can try to figure a way to text it, then I just want to add you in the group. No worries. But yes, any questions about GJ or GU? I'm going to mark up EJ just for the time being. But this is not really a pair that I trade. Really not a pair that I trade, but I've been back testing here. And the strategy has been working for this pair. I just want to play it safe. So London starts in 15 minutes. So we'll see if we get some volume. We might have might have two buy setups. GU looks like it's just a little bit closer. Market structure looks a little bit better, but we will not take any impulse entries just because we need confirmations. We don't take any impulse entries. All right, so now let me post these in the group. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna leave the chart here, but I have an alert on GU. Let me just post it in the group so whoever's not watching won't miss out. Right now is a good time to ask questions. Let me put my phone on right. Sorry, I'm taking a screenshot of the chart for members. All right, I'm gonna post these charts in the group. How was everybody's weekend? I know I was asking people that initially joined. Real quick, how was everybody's weekend? Hopefully everybody was safe. Hopefully you were productive. Maybe hung out with family, kids, traveled, ate some good food. How was everybody's weekend? Good, bad, anything crazy, anything interesting? Yeah, GU just looks like it's setting up a little bit better, but we'll let price play out. Give me a second. I'm just posting this in the group right now. One second, guys. I'm just posting these charts. London starts in 12 minutes. All right, everybody do me a favor. Go to the free group real quick and drop some fire, show some love. And on the new post, I posted 2 charts in the caption. You could put a thumbs up, fire, whatever you like. Just go and show some love on the new post in the free group. We got 10 minutes left. Everyone real quick, while these GU is probably going to be our first setup. It's coming up to a potential buy. But just do me a favor for the next quick, takes about 1 minute. Just hop in the Telegram group and just drop some love. Thank you guys. I see you dropping love. Appreciate it. Everyone who's in here, drop some love. How to back test. Yeah, I could show you that in a minute. One second, guys. I'm just responding to messages. Please drop some fire and love if you haven't already on the newest post in the free group. All right, one more second here. One second, just respond to last message. We got about 8 minutes left on the hourly, and London session will start officially in 8 minutes. Usually it would have started 52 minutes ago, but due to the daylight savings, it was pushed back. I'm just responding to some messages real quick. Let's just see how the hourly closes on both setups. I do see GU possibly being our first setup. But let's see, I have an alert there. I'm just looking at GJ for the time being. Give me a second. All right, boom, took care of that. All right, cool. All right, so let's take a little bit of a look here as it approaches the end of this hourly. Again, GJ, the reason why it's kind of struggling here and we're not taking entries yet is because there's a huge rejection incoming on the 1 hour. We want to see price break these areas. That's why, as you can see, our buys are above that last 1 hour key zone here, because I would hate to take buys right now and run into all this rejection and possible reversal. So that's why we need to see price drive up a little bit more before we decide to take an entry. Even if it gets a little bit bullish momentum, I won't be looking for buys until up here. Same thing with GU. GU is a little bit cleaner, a little bit better market structure. As you can see from the 1 hour, we need to get above this area here. We need to break these wicks here because we have some cleaner traffic. But mainly you can see the cleaner traffic on the 4-hour. Once you break this area, I anticipate price to continue up to test the top of the candle body. But remember, we just moved that down. I'm sorry I have to go, but enjoying what I see. What's the YouTube? I'll catch replay and join me later. Yes. The YouTube, it's Synergy Signals, but message me right now on the Telegram group. I'll send you the link so you can subscribe. Shoot me a DM right now on Telegram. This is my name on Telegram. So shoot me a DM and I'll send you the YouTube link right now. Appreciate your patience. Sometimes the stream, sometimes we hop in trades in the first few minutes. Sometimes it might take a little bit of time. And sometimes we might not even take any trades. But I see a lot of volume coming in as London is approaching. So you guys just get ready. GJ and G might be our 2 trades for today. So just be ready. Make sure you take your time. For the ones who are in the funding program, make sure, I'm super, super strict. Make sure you're using only the lot size that I posted in the group, which is based off of your lot size. I'm sorry, which is based off of your account size. Do not use a bigger lot size. Don't even trade any other pairs. If you want to trade and take your own pairs, do that on a separate account. Focus on these pairs and just my trades in your funding account, because as you guys see, I posted some results in the funding group. Okay, perfect, Smile. I got your message. Yes, so basically, I posted some results in the funding group, and that's based off of just taking my trades. Not everyone is in the same amount of profit. Some people are in losses and all that. That's okay. But I started to notice when I looked at people's history, not everyone, some people's history were taking their own trades. Now, I'm not saying don't take your own trades. I'm just saying try to do that on a separate account just so we can pass this challenge for sure. Just focus on just the pairs that I trade, the only trades that I take. If you want to take your own trades, try to basically just try to take it up on a separate account. That's all I'm getting at. Okay. I want to help you pass, but if you start taking your own trades, and I'm not saying you don't know how to trade or yours, our minds are perfect and yours aren't. That's not the case. I just want to get a clear, better analysis of the trades. What's good, everyone? What's up, Vernon? Welcome, brother. What's going on? You actually came at a perfect time. London starts in 3 minutes. London has been pushed back an hour. So GU is setting up real nice for us on the 4-hour time frame. We're possibly going to break these wicks right here, and we're going to ride it up to, we would usually ride to the top of the candle, but I was just showing everybody that on the 1 hour, we have a huge rejection here. So we will be going for about 30 pips, but we'll be paying attention to price as it comes through these important areas. And GJ also too is coming up into our buy area. Keep in mind, Sundays are usually the slowest days, but then some days there's just traders that are anxious like myself and they want to make money. So they're just some people can get some orders coming in. So we'll see though. Give me a second, guys. I'm responding to a message. We got 2 minutes left on the hourly and possible, and then London session start. GU looks like the one that's setting up real nice. We got a minute and a half left. I expect an awesome week. How are you, Vernon? How was your weekend, brother? It's awesome. I got some international people, man. I don't think anyone lives in the same state. There's only one person here, at least that I know of, that lives in my state, and I'm almost sure it's Nastasha. I think Nastasha lives in California as well. What's up, Brandon Soto? What's going on, brother? Nastasha, let me know if you live in Cali. I think you said you did, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. All right, let's look at news, you guys, as well. We haven't looked at the news just yet. And our currency strength meter needs to be right here. What up? What's going on, bro? Say that one more time. Do you live in California as well? Yes. Okay. Does anyone else live in California? Sacktown, Sacramento. Nice. I live in LA. Gas prices are crazy here, you guys. We're at like $6 already. Some places 7. All right, check this out. So as far as the news, let me refresh it. No news today besides AUD, but we don't trade AUD, so no need to worry about that. Yeah, no news until 5:30 a.m. I don't know what PPIMM stands for, but just be careful. I probably won't be trading that. That's nuts. Yeah, bro, $6. And Nastasha can clarify literally, and I use premium gas, which is worse. All right, real quick pause. Let's see where the hourly's closed. London has officially started. And let me just take a look. But yeah, brother, gas is, yeah, I use diesel. Oh god, yeah. Gas is, bro, it's over $6, man, almost $7. I got a few friends in Cali. Yeah, ask your friends, bro. It don't even matter what part of Cali anymore. I just paid $6.30 for a gallon. The other day I went to the casino and it was $7.12. Unbelievable. Sheesh. Yeah, it was nasty. They got me good. They got me good. They got me pretty damn good. All right, so the hourly didn't close so strong. This one did close above this 4-hour zone, but we're gonna pay attention to price. What car you got? I got an Audi Q7. It's an SUV. So yeah, it looks nice or whatnot. It's cool, but bro, the gas is no joke, and I only put premium in it. So maybe if I had an economic car, it wouldn't be so bad. But I might need one soon, especially with how times are right now. Volkswagen, nice. Yeah, those are good cars. I think that's a German car, if I'm not mistaken. Those are pretty nice. Gotta cop that Tesla, yes sir. Yeah, Tesla gang, right? Need a Tesla right now. Right now, Tesla's probably booming because electric cars are they're chilling right now. Right now, if you have an electric car, you're not even stressed. You're not even stressed. Does anyone have an electric car in here? Even if it's not a Tesla, does anyone have any type of electric car? Yeah, you're winning. Yeah, you're winning with an electric car right now, man. Elon Musk right now is probably making a killing. Maybe. I mean, he's got all these other stuff going on in the background, but let's check the currency strength too. I don't think I've peaked at it just yet. Hopefully GBP's up and JPY is down. Boom, GBP is creeping up and JPY is down. GU is exactly the same, which I don't like because usually that indicates like a ranging market. But it still looks bullish, so we'll just take a look at the currency meter as it goes. Not until electric prices go up because energy cost. Exactly. Thank you, Brandon. Soon that's not gonna. You're exactly right. It still might be cheaper though, because you still have to pay to charge your car. I think people pay like $16 or $15 to fully charge your car. It's just obviously a lot cheaper than $50, $60, $70 to fill your tank. My good friend drives a Tesla, and every day he's been posting him driving and eating on his story. Yeah, of course. He's chilling. He's good. You don't got to worry about nothing. Well, not really nothing, but worry less. Let me just say that. Yeah, it's cheap. Driving electric is cheap. All right, we're getting a good push here on GJ, so let's just pay attention to price action as it does approach our buy area. I have alerts on GU, so we will get the notification. It's about to hit our alert, and then we'll pay attention to price. But no worries, let's just see. All right, Cameron, eating while driving like autopilot, right? The Teslas do that too. A lot of people take a nap and stuff. It's pretty dangerous. I've been seeing people crash because of that. Yep, I would never. Yeah, And then one of my friends that came to California one time, he rented a Tesla for his vacation, and he showed me the autopilot thing, and it's almost like you got to literally trust the car because it'll switch lanes for you and all that. But it just, I don't know. I told him, bro, keep your hands on the wheel. We don't know if it's gonna turn or slow down. Like it's scary when you just gotta trust the car. You place alerts before the line. Yes, usually I do. Yes. I got an alert on GU and I'm just paying to GJ. But I don't place like buy stops or anything like that. I actually pay attention to price action and do market execution trades only. Yeah, but now I don't know how it is with all the new Teslas, but why do I put alerts? So I could pay attention to the charts once it hits there. So you see how I'm looking at GJ and I'm not really looking at GU. If once price hits this area, it'll tell me look at the chart. So if I'm sitting here staring at GJ, I don't want to, and then who knows, GU could be running and I missed the trade because I don't have an alert. Oh, why buy stop? Yeah, no, because I used to do that back in the days. Nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying it's not effective. But then you'll have instances where you might get wicked out, like right here. Let's say you put a buy stop right here. You said a price comes here, you want it to buy, and it activates, but you can get activated off a wick, and then price might activate your buy stop and do this. So it's better to, I'd rather be looking at the charts when I'm taking my trades. Buy stops are not a terrible idea. It just doesn't work for me because there's been times where if I would have been awake looking at the charts, I wouldn't have took the buy because I didn't get no confirmation candles. I just put it at certain areas. The market knows believe it or not, I don't know why, how I can explain it, but the market knows where majority of buy stops are at. Why? Because most people put buy stops in certain areas. The market knows that, and those are the areas where mostly people get their buy stop activated, and then it goes the opposite way. So people start to realize buy stops are cool and all, but and I, if you want to use them, that's fine. But I just don't personally use them. There's been so many times where I've been activated off a wick. Like here, look at this. What if I had this buy stop right here? I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, let's say I'm in this. Let me turn this orange so I could delete it. Right? Let's say I see price driving up, and let's just say I'm getting tired, right? All for it to go in the direction you want to, and then after getting stopped out. Yep, exactly. That happened. This is a good example right here. Look, let's just say it's like this, right? Hold on. Let's just say look to your right. You see how let's just say you see this candle. You're like, wow, it's bullish, man. If it breaks this area, I want to take a buy stop, right? Let's say you put a buy stop right there. Look what happened. It would have activated your buy stop. Oh, hold on, you guys. G's in our area. All right, let me move another alert right here. Boom. I'm going to put that alert there. It's getting close for GU, so be ready, guys. But yeah, just to finish my example real quick, because we're getting some action, possibly. Let's say you put the buy stop right there. Boom, you're going to get activated off the wick. It's going to put you in a buy. And then look what price did. Completely rips your trade. You're going to wake up to a loss. And it went down almost 50 pips. Just because you weren't paying attention to price. But then look, just like Cam said, I think that was Cam that just said it. Yeah, just like Cam said, price, you get stopped out and it still does what you said, but you weren't paying attention to price, so you got ripped. All right, we're getting a big movement here, guys. Pay attention at both trades because we might be taking two trades at once, so we need to be ready. But I'll let you guys know once I execute a trade. Just be paying attention to price. Use your proper lot size. You should already know exactly what lot size you're going to use. If you're in my funding program, you should know exactly how many lot sizes you use. How? Because I posted it in the funding group. Funding group. Yes, I have people in here who are currently taking a challenge to receive either a $10,000 account, $20,000 account, or a $50,000 account, and even a $100,000 account. I have people in here. I can give you details about that later. Just message me on Telegram. I have people right now who aren't even trading with their own money. They don't even need to. And soon, once we pass that and get verified, we will have live accounts. But message me if for prop firms. Yes. So just message me and I will give you information on that. Because obviously a lot of people have, not obviously, but majority of people have heard about it. But a lot of people have issues passing it. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm helping our members pass. We have a specific group tailored to them, lot sizes and everything. So we're gonna pass that. I'm too new for that. That's okay. That's why I'm here. It's actually better for you if to use our funding group service because I'm here telling you guys the exact signals. Trust me, a lot of people are new. A lot of people are extremely new. Most of the people in the funding group are probably new. Some of them are experienced, but look, Morton, I'm new. Yeah, Morton's new and is in the funding group. It's kind of better because you don't have to be risking your own money. Yeah, it'd be no different from taking signals with your own money. You just don't risk anything. Exactly. Thank you, Cam. Appreciate it. Yeah, I actually recommend for new people because so you don't have to blow your own money. You can risk the prop firm's money. But you know, it's optional. I'm not saying you have to. You can use your own account. Just know that it's a little bit. You'll start to realize that you'll trade a little bit less stressful because you could lose $1,000 on your prop firm account and not have to worry about paying it back or anything. So just keep that in mind. All right, GBP's up, JPY is down, which is good for buys. GBP, USD is starting to creep down. Euro is extremely strong. Euro is extremely strong. So I didn't even mark it up and it's probably flying. Yeah. I didn't mark this chart at all. I don't really trade it. I've been wanting to look at it. I know, I think it was Vernon. Vernon, you were the one that told me that you've been using the strategy on EJ and it's been working, right? I haven't marked it. I have not marked it at all, but there's just a lot going on right now. I'll probably mark it in a second. GJ is approaching our area. Works just fine. Yep. Vernon was the one who's been using our strategy on other pairs, and it has been pretty successful. And Vernon, you can let them know. I don't want to speak for you, but I'm almost sure you told me that you've been using the strat on other pairs, and it has worked just as fine. All right, we're gonna pay attention. We're gonna at least let the 15-minute close. DJ is approaching our buy area. Just be ready. Need to see the candle close. Remember, we can face some rejection here. Let's give it at least 2 minutes. Hopefully we can get a little bit of a push, not too big, and it can close above this area. And then the next candle open above and continue on. Make sure you guys know exactly your lot size. If you don't know what lot size you should be using, go back to the funding group and check the screenshot. You should take a screenshot of it in case you forget, so you know exactly what lot size to use. It is super strong, but just haven't marked it yet. So 85 foot man. a little bit messy in here, the structure, but all right, here's what I'm gonna do. Usually we enter off the 30-minute candle, but we've been getting a lot of volume since, not a lot of volume, but we've been getting a lot of push since London opened 15 minutes ago. So let me just I'm gonna pay attention to price action. I'll let you guys know when I'm in there. Yeah, I've been testing strategy under small. It kind of works really good as long as you follow all the rules. Yep, all the rules. Sometimes, I get impulsive sometimes, and then I regret it later. You know, I'd be like, okay, if I lose this trade, I know it's because I took an impulse entry. If I lose this trade, it's because I didn't wait for the candle to close. If I lose this entry, it's because I didn't go based off the confirmation. So if you follow all the rules, over 90% of the time the trade played out. If you don't follow all the rules and the trade loses, at least you'll know exactly why you lost because you didn't follow all the rules. All right, who's ready to take a trade with me once I execute a trade? Drop, say I'm ready, or I'm just watching. Let me know who's ready to take a trade and who is just watching. If you're ready to take a trade, once I execute, say I'm ready. Or if you're just here to watch and learn, you can say I'm here watching. Ready. Let's get it. Sean Rutherford's ready. Kazong's ready. Vernon's ready. Let's get it, you guys. Let's get it. I'm ready to have a blessed week, great week, ready to make some money. I'm sure everyone's feeling the same. Learn, awesome. See, here to learn. That's beautiful. That's the goal here. As long as you're learning, you'll be earning. Because even if I'm not perfect, I'm not here to say like, oh, I'm the best trader in the world or I win 100%. Nobody wins 100%. Not even your top trader, not even your favorite trader. No trader is 100%. And just managing risk. And managing risk is something that we're big on. Brandon said he's ready. That's what's up. Managing risk will save you all the time. Okay. Reason being is because you got to keep your losses smaller and your winners bigger. Okay. Losses smaller and your winners bigger. I notice when it comes down to it, you can lose 9 to 10 trades. And I'm sorry, you can lose 7 trades and win only 3 and you'll still be profitable. I used to wonder how can people lose 70% of their trades and still make money. It's because manage risk. How do you manage risk? You keep your losses smaller and your wins bigger. How do you do that? You take proper lot sizes. You have proper stop loss. You just got to play by the rules. Risk management is huge. I've seen people who use smaller lot sizes and lose more money than people who use bigger lot sizes. I've seen someone lose way more money off a 0.10 compared to someone who used a 1.00. It's just all about managing risk. It's all about managing your risk. I appreciate everyone who's joined the stream today, man. You guys have been pretty consistent. I'm here to make money as well. I'm excited for the New York session to start soon. New York streams. New York session streams. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop London. London, as you guys see, sometimes I trade London. There's going to be days where I trade London. I'm going to be like, all right, no New York session today because I made my money. I don't want to overtrade. So just keep in mind that once the New York streams start, doesn't mean it'll be every single day. Because if I start winning my trades in London, I don't go to New York. I'm done for the day. I'll go to sleep, wake up in a couple hours, and have the whole day to do whatever I like. Let's check the currency strength. All right. GU is still the same. That's why we haven't got that breakthrough yet of this area. It's kind of just, they're both have the same strength right now. But GJ's been giving us a little bit more clear indication. Why? Because one is up and the other one's down. EJ's flying too. Why? Euro's higher than everything. JPY's down. I didn't get the chance to mark this up, so we just got a lot going on, and we might not need to. And this is what I'm going to do now. I was looking at the 15-minute. I am going to wait until this 30-minute candle closes. We have 8 minutes on it. This is one of the golden rules that Vernon was talking about as well. This is one of the rules that you have to respect. You need to wait until candle closes, because don't be surprised if price starts to push up in the next couple minutes and it pushes up, pushes up, pushes up, pushes up like this. I don't mind missing out on a few pips away from my comp. If price comes up here and closes up here, I'm telling you, because it might happen. And then the next one opens, I'll just enter here. I don't mind. I need the confirmation. I'll miss out on 5 pips, but what's 5 pips compared to the full movement? And taking that risk of not knowing where the candle closes, because this can happen too. Price can reject right now. You know what I mean? Price can reject right now. So we have to wait for 30-minute candles to close. There's only a few times where I enter based off the 15-minute, but that is not recommended. That goes against the rules because we enter based off of 30-minute candles and hourly candles. So I'm telling you, it's possibly going to happen. Price might start driving up, coming to our buy area. Don't get impulsive and just snipe the buy, even if it pushes up a lot. But we got 7 minutes on it. So as long as price can just stay like right here, and then what we need to see this 30-minute candle do is do this. I need to see the top of this candle body close above this hourly zone, which is at 153.710. That's going to be the first confirmation. See, price literally might push up, but we have to stay patient. I'm not going to get impulsive today. It's Sunday. We're going to let it do its thing. Even if we miss out on a few pips and then we get in late, that's better than getting in early and getting ripped. So we need to see this happen in the next 6 minutes. I want to see the top of this candle body close above the yellow line, right? That's going to be our first confirmation. We're not going to enter yet. We're going to see the next 30-minute candle open. It has to open above and continue up. Boom, we'll sniper entry and anticipate price to push up. But the only other entry that I take that in case price doesn't open above, let's say it opens below. Let's say it's a red candle, bearish candle. As you guys, I tell you every day, it's kind of like a flip entry. If price opens up below, even though we got our first confirmation, if it doesn't open above, let's say it opens below and it's a little bearish, it's a red candle and it kind of goes down a little bit like this, just a little bit. If it goes down a little bit and starts to leave a wick behind, like a long line, a long wick, and then it goes and flips bullish, then we'll take our entry once it flips bullish and breaks the previous. Okay, here's that push that I'm telling you guys about. We might miss out on some pips. It's coming pretty fast into our area, but we're going to wait the 5 minutes, you guys. Even if it shoots up all the way up here, I just always learn, just wait. Huge candle since London opened. I feel like we might miss out on some pips here, guys, but no worries. We just gotta wait for it to close. There's been times I've been on the live stream and I took an impulse entry and I told you guys don't take it and just watch me, and then it doesn't go in my favor because I didn't wait 2 minutes. If I would have waited 5 minutes, I would have realized that this candle didn't close above. So remember that. Again, back to what I was saying. If the first candle does close above, first confirmation, but the second candle does not open above, and let's say it opens beneath, right? Let me do this so you can get a better idea. Let's say the first one candle closes above like that, but then the second one, it opens up beneath and it's a bearish candle, right? As long as it goes down just a little bit, it has to leave a wick behind, leave a long wick, and then flip bullish, and then continue up, and then we'll enter once it flips bullish and breaks the previous candle. So that's the two entries. That's the two type of entries. First one being, like I said, first candle opens above, and the second, my favorite entry is this one, when first one closes above, and then the second candle opens above the previously and then continues up. This is my favorite entry. Okay. Now look at this. You guys see why we don't get no impulsive entries? Look how price is rejecting. I tell you guys every day that the last 5 to 10 minutes of every like hourly candle or those big candles, there's always a little bit of a crazy push. You can see in the last 5 minutes, price is moving a lot, and it's actually rejecting this 4-hour zone. If you guys remember earlier when the stream started, we were looking for buys above this blue area, right? But then I told you this 1 hour is a huge rejection area. And then we move to the left. I'll show you. Boom. This is the area we're dealing with right now. Look at these wicks. Price came up, touched this blue line, and got completely ripped. Price came up, tapped it, and came down. So now we're at a point where we need to see, okay, is price going to do the same thing it did here? Because it's literally here right now, and it's rejecting literally how it did over here. So that's why I waited for what? I waited for the 1 hour, because look at this clean traffic right here. Nothing's interrupting us. Super clean traffic. We need to break these wicks, and that's why we have the entry above the yellow line. Because once we break these wicks, we have pretty clean traffic to the top of the candle, and that's where our take profit. Oh, sorry, I'm looking on the 1 hour. That's where our take profit on the 4 hour is, because this is all really clean traffic, is the top of this candle body. So we'll see how price plays out. But remember, we're going to pay attention to price in these areas as well, just because they're very important areas, but we'll be going for at least 25 pips. Does that all make sense? So right now we're waiting to see how this 30-minute close. What I want to see, because look, the last 5 minutes is just straight rejection. Imagine if the people who took buys already and they didn't wait 5 minutes to see this. We're waiting for the 30-minute to close, and we want to see the top of this candle body start to have a push for the next 2 minutes and close above the top yellow. So we want to see this candle give us a nice push and close like this. Doesn't the dojo indicate reversal on 30-minute? Well, we don't pay attention too much to candle patterns. And yeah, but I do see it, and it could indicate. I'm not saying it won't. I'm just going based off of price action. I don't look at candle patterns. I don't look at any trend lines. I don't look at any like. It's good to know candle patterns for your personal reasons, but I don't pay attention too much more to it. I know that sounds crazy. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. Candle patterns, there's just too many of them, so I don't want my members to get too confused on seeing all these doji, hammers, the black crows. Like, there's just so many patterns. We just trade very simple off of straight price action. We don't worry about the M's, the W's, the necklines, the head and shoulders, the inverse head and shoulders, even though all those are obviously accurate in the real patterns, they're just not 100%. And I don't want my members to get too lost and looking for stuff, because if you look at that and you see the doji and you're like, okay, this is a possible reversal, you're going to completely forget about your buy setup. Some people would just, I'm not saying it won't reverse, they might reject right here and continue down, but guess what, I had my zones marked up where I would have known that already without even looking at the pattern. All right, 30-minute has closed beneath this hourly area, which is not a strong close, to be honest. Let me look at GU. Yeah, GU closed beneath this 4-hour zone, which is not the cleanest close. It rejected. It's staying in this range for the moment. Let me peek at GJ again. But let's see what price does. Not the cleanest close on the 30-minute. It rejected the 4-hour area, and it didn't even close above the 1-hour zone. So let's see if price, if this candle attempts to do a wick fill and then come to our area. New 30-minute candle, so get ready. Get your GJ ready. Everybody get your GJ ready. And again, make sure you know exactly what lot size you're about to use, and make sure you click market execution, okay? I haven't took no entries yet. You guys will know exactly when I'm in an entry. What we want to see price do is go for the wick fill. We want to see price, because it did open above the previous candle, it's pushing up, but this one just didn't close above that 1-hour area. So let's see how price react, because it could reject and continue down. This isn't a clean close. It needs to close up here. It closed way down here. It just wicked, almost tapped the 1-hour to the T, but it did reject the 4-hour. So let's just see if this candle goes for the wick fill, which means we need to see the candle go like this. GU starting to push up, you guys. Be ready for the entry on GU. I got an alert here. So we got to be on point today, you guys, because both of our entries are almost coming in at the same time. So we might be in 2 trades at the same time. Just remember what lot size you're using. GU is honestly the better buy setup that I liked earlier, but we'll see. It is going for the wick fill over here, even though it closed beneath the 4-hour. This is attempting for the wick fill, so we'll see. EJ's, we're not gonna mess with EJ. I don't have it marked up. You guys ready? Let's go. Let's get it, man. We're about there. Let's go. Drop some fire in the chat. Say something, man. Let me know y'all ready for this, man. I'm ready to start the week off in profit. The best weeks are when you start off in profit. I don't win every trade. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but it just gives you a little bit of, oh, GU has crossed it. Be ready? I'm going to put an alert right here one more time. You ready for that, you guys? Just be focused right now, you guys. Just be focused and take your time when you take the trade. Take your time, do it right. Do it right. Don't get anxious. Don't get it too crazy and then you mess up or you do a huge lot size. Just it's okay. Just get it ready, get your pairs ready, have it on your MetaTrader, know exactly what lot size you're using, and just do it once I tell you. It's attempting the wick fill. I need this body to look like this. G's coming up strong, guys, so just be ready. I'm gonna delete this. You guys know what I'm looking for. Keep your charts clean. I'm gonna delete this. You guys know what I'm looking for, the wick fill, and then break and then continue on. This is an area of rejection, so it might reject right off this blue line perfectly. You see the 4 hour? We got this wick here and it rejected and dropped. We need to break that area. It's about being patient, guys. 90% of the time, you're just waiting. Your favorite trader, 90% of the time, he's just waiting. Or he or she. They already know where they're buying and where they're selling. They're not doing anything else. You can see it's rejecting this 4 hour zone on the 5 minute. If you look in real close, the price is kind of rejecting this 4 hour zone, just like it did previously. Just like it did right here. G's not a rejecting as hard. GJ is rejecting a little bit harder. Rejected almost perfectly off the 4 hour. I reject for a second. I'm gonna try to mark up EJ while this stuff's rejecting. I need to trust you guys, and I want you guys to keep an eye on GJ and tell me if it starts flying, because I don't have any alerts there. I need to upgrade my account to the full version. I still have the free version on TradingView because I never really found a need to upgrade. But as I'm starting to take more trades and stream and stuff, the difference between the free account and the premium account is that you can have unlimited alerts. As you guys see, I always use the same alert. I just got to delete it and reuse it. But now I might just upgrade to the full version. I might just keep it simple, honestly, with EJ and just look at it at the daily and the 4 hour. It's a little messy. I'm not gonna lie. I do like this wick fill entry right here for EJ. Once it breaks the candle body and test that for a 30 pip move. Again, I'm not recommending my members to take it. I might not take it. I don't trade this pair like that. I'm just testing my strategy on a different pair. And I might wait for the 1 hour rejection for the entry. Yeah, look, GJ rejected perfectly off of this 4 hour zone. It's almost following the same pattern over here. Look at this. Price came up, rejected this 4 hour zone, and then dropped. It's literally the same right here. Bullish, tap it, go down. Let's go over here. Bullish, tap it, go down. Do you guys see that? It's the same pattern. Like to the T. Look at that. And look at that. Those look the same, right? So who knows? If it does the same pattern, I expect a drop. But the next candle did come bullish and it tested it one more time and then dropped. So we'll see if once it comes to test of this time, if it breaks structure or if it just drops. Just in case you guys are wondering, how did I anticipate that this possible rejection area? Because some people would take buys right here or even right here. We went to the 1 hour rejection. Yeah, it almost looks the same here too. See this same pattern almost? Price started to push up. It bounced off the blue, came up. It bounced off the blue, came up. Rejected off the blue, rejected off the blue. So we'll see. And then as you can see what happened next, a little bullish momentum. Not saying it's going to do the same thing. It's just sometimes history repeats itself. Not always, though. Does this make sense what I'm showing you guys? Yes. All right, cool. Because price might continue the same pattern. All right, this is what I'm looking for because this is technically a support area. It could be a breakout and a retest entry. What I mean by that, I'm going to mark it. If it stays above, let me see. Yeah, right there. So if price can stay above this area, we should continue good for the buys. If it breaks this area, it might continue down. I'm going to delete this. You guys know what I'm saying. I'm going to mark what area we need to see it stay above, which in all reality is right here. This is the area we need to see price stay above. And this is the area that we need to see price stay above. EJ is coming up strong, you guys. I didn't have any markups, huge. But I'm just going to play this pair a little bit more cautious because I don't mainly trade it like that. I didn't really do a full analysis, a full breakdown. I just kind of marked up a few daily zones and a few 4-hour just for the buys. Because I don't need to see it break this area. I think that's where my entry's at. Yep. Wick fill. Yep. Off the 1 hour, a little bit more information. Going for a wick fill possible entry. And then on the daily, if we break all this daily resistance, we have a clean candle here to the left. This is the daily time frame. So price could come all the way up here. But I probably wouldn't hold on to it up there just because this isn't one of my main pairs. But price could come to touch the top of the body. 4-hour might give me a little bit more information. Yeah, same thing. But you see rejection right here, rejection right here. So that's probably why I'll close the trade because look, price came up, boom, and rejected and came back down. So probably won't hold for take profit number 2 because I think this is already yeah, I'm gonna just put 30 pips. I'm gonna just leave it for my personal sake, but I don't think I would. If I take this trade, I'm not gonna ride it up that long. So that would be my only buy zone for EJ. Do my charts make sense so far, you guys? Do you guys? I know they're a little bit messy today, like so many lines, but does everything make sense? I don't know if anyone's confused, and you can say it. No shame in the game. You could say I have no clue what any of this stuff is, or nothing makes sense. You know what I mean? Just you could be completely honest. We're here to learn and make money, not try to act like we know everything. I don't know everything. I'm still a student. I'm still learning. But if everything makes sense, then perfect. Because I try to keep it more simplified. I don't like to use big terms and terminology. I like to use things that make sense, and I like to break things down as best as I can. Question 2 for Vernon or anyone really is anyone looking at EJ or does anyone trade Euro JPY? Does anyone trade Euro JPY? I know Vernon says he does, but does anyone else trade it? Is anyone else looking at it? I have. Okay. And how do you feel about it? Do you feel like you're successful with it? Do you struggle with it? No. Okay. Yeah, it's not a trade that it's not a pair that I trade. I'll be completely honest. I'm just testing it out. No. No, oh, that you haven't been successful or been profitable? Yeah, it's because the euro is a different ball game. Super strong right now, though. Super strong euro. JPY is down, so it is indicates a buy. GBP is up and JPY is down, indicates a buy. GBP and USD are about the same, usually indicates ranging. Usually, not always, just usually. Remember, nothing's like super 100% accurate. Too many wicks. Yeah, I noticed. Even in my buy area, even though Euro JPY is coming up, um, I look over here and there's a lot of wicks right here. I'm going for the wick fill entry. It's not my best trade. That's why I'm going to take it slow. And I recommend no one taking this trade but me. You could see me, watch me do it, whether I lose or win. I won't consider it like a premium signal or nothing. I'm just testing out, because if there's a pair out there that I can make money from as well, I wouldn't mind adding it to my watch list. Now, if it doesn't, no, just won't, because I've done some back testing and the strategy is pretty effective, but I rather see it live. So we'll see. See if GJ can stay above this area. Was the only one like flying too. Just you could tell from the strength. Look at this 4-hour candle. Since it's open, straight bullish, about 60 pips already. And since London opened, the 1-hour straight bullish. But it can reject right here at this wick and go down. So right now is not a good time to take any buys. Reject, a lot of rejection right here. Look at this. That's why I don't want to take any trades here. A lot of rejection incoming. So we'll see how your JP reacts. If I do take a trade, I'll use half of my lot size. No exaggeration. Let me put my EMAs back on. Sometimes I forget to put them back on. I don't really use them that much, not like the main confirmation, but it's a good thing to have in the background. All right, looks like we're getting a little bit of a push. If we can stay above this area, we should be good for buys. We're gonna wait for the hourly candle to close. I don't care what happens in the next 6 minutes. We're gonna wait for the hourly to close, even if it pushes through. What we're looking for on the 1 hour, we need to see the price drive back up, close above the hourly resistance, which is at 153.710, and see the next hourly candle open above and continue on. So right now, for the next 5 minutes, we want to see this top of this candle push up. We need to see a good push like that. Yeah, Euro's been strong, man. I'll be honest. It's a rejection area right here, so we'll see how it reacts. Is anyone on a Euro JPY trade right now? Euro's the only pair that's like really flying. Yeah, we need to see the 1 hour close above. Yeah, everything's pretty close. Everything is pretty close. Let's wait for the last 5 minutes. We might be possibly executing an entry here shortly. We're getting a nice push here. Remember, we have 4 minutes left on the hourly. Euro is super strong since the session started. All right, we got 2.5 minutes. Let's see, we need a bigger push. And I think the 4-hour candle is about to close. All right, you guys, my favorite candle closes in 2 minutes. I trade, my charts are marked up off the 4-hour. So after this candle closes, this is a very important candle. It's the 4-hour candle, usually indicates where the next 4 hours may go. Not saying we're going to stream for another 4 hours, but it is a huge candle. So after this 4-hour closes in 2 minutes, we need to pay attention to price. We might get a huge push here, but let's just be patient. The 4-hour is about to close. Huge. Look at this huge bullish 4-hour on EJ. But we're gonna let that ride. We're gonna pay attention. 4-hour, pretty bullish, rejected off of here. As soon as we almost got the sells, but it bounced perfectly off the 4-hour zone. 4-hour pretty strong, broke the previous wicks. Now it's coming up. The reason why we're so close to entry is because we're coming up to this wick right here. Yeah, see, what we're waiting for is to see this 4-hour close above this 4-hour wick so we can get into this clean traffic right here. So a very important candle right here. This last minute is kind of crucial. So just be ready for an entry and I'll let you know if I jump in. Hopefully we could get some bullish momentum here. We got 1 minute, you guys. This is crucial. Doesn't mean get nervous or get scared. Just, just know that we're at a very important time. See if we get a little bit of bullish push next 30 seconds, but it is rejecting, which the 4 hours going underneath this hourly zone. Hopefully it can at least close above this hourly. So hopefully it's not going to close above here, I can tell. But hopefully for the last 20 seconds, it'll push up and at least at minimum, excuse me, close above that hourly. And GU, hopefully for the next 15 seconds, it'll at least close hopefully above this 4-hour zone, if not, at least minimum above the previous candle's body. So let's see what happens. Because we just faced some huge rejection. Boom. All right, 4-hour candles closed. Now be ready for a big push. Just be careful though. Just be careful. No impulse entries. Don't get faked out. Look, the 4-hour did not close above this hourly. It barely closed above this hourly, so that's kind of a weak close for me. That's why we might face some rejection. Let's see how this closed. All right, so at minimum, this 4-hour didn't close at least above the body. If it at least closed above the body, it would show that it had a little bit more room to push up on the next candle, but it closed right beneath it, which might indicate some sort of bearish momentum. Let's look at EJ. 4-hour, it almost closed above the wick. A little better close than the other ones because it closed above the previous wicks here. This was just a crucial area. That's why I have this yellow area. So this close was not the worst. This is actually a better close than the other two pairs. But hopefully it leaves a little rat tail and flips bullish. At least on the hourly. If it could do this, leave a wick, flip bullish, and then break this wick, then we'll take our entry. Same thing with GJ. If it leaves a wick at the bottom and then flips bullish, we'll take the entry once it breaks the wick, which is our buy area. So now we're waiting for price to leave a wick at the bottom and then flip bullish. Price to leave a wick at the bottom, flip bullish. Same thing here, but I don't have any entries on EJ until up there if I decide to execute. All right, now it's leaving a wick and now it's flipping bullish. See if we could get the wick fill and then the continuation. Price is officially flipping bullish. Let's see if it's doing the same on GU. Not yet, but it's leaving the wick. It's about to flip bullish. Awesome. All right, this is what we want to see. Remember, know exactly what your lot size is because we could be taking an entry here shortly, so be prepared. All right, get ready, you guys. This is GJ. Price left a wick at the bottom as I like, and it has flipped bullish. Now we need to see it break the previous wick, this previous high on the 1-hour time frame. All right, let me know who's ready. Come on, let's get going. Let's get it going. Let's get the vibes going. It's getting close, you guys. We've been patient, but guess what? We haven't missed out on anything. There should be no reason why people are taking entries now. There's people who probably took a buy right here and got ripped for 17 pips and closed their trade out, not knowing that they're probably one candle too soon. You need to see it break this wick, you guys. Let's go. Remember, this is technically the slowest day of the week, and we're kind of getting some pretty decent volume. Candles are printing. We're just getting some wicks. I'm just indecisive candle. Huge wick here, huge wick at the top, huge wick at the bottom, wick at the bottom. But this wick at the bottom is a good sign for us, at least in this setup. GJ might be the one that we're about to take. Once it breaks this wick and surpasses the hourly zone. And trust me, and I got a question for everyone. Everyone just say yes or no. But don't you feel more confident when you're taking a trade that like 10 to 12 other people are taking at the same time? Doesn't it feel like a little bit more better when you're, instead of taking a trade by yourself, you're taking a trade with someone, you know, with experience and, you know, with other people? Yes. Thank you, Martin. Yes. It just feels better. You almost feel a little bit comfortable. It's like we're a team. Yes. Thank you. Kazanlo. Yes. Thank you guys. Yeah, it just feels a lot better. You're almost like, okay, we're all looking at the same thing. We're all looking at the same setup. We all been studying the same strategy. We're here together. We go in there together. That's it. We go to war. We lose, but we're not going to lose 150 or 50 pips. Make sure you have your stop losses. Definitely. Thank you. It just gives you a little bit more confidence when you're trading. Some people might be like, oh, I probably would have been in this trade down here. That's fine. That's good. But I could say that all day and night. That just doesn't respect my strategy. That means you're not following a plan. That means you're like guessing. It's almost like gambling. You have a plan so you know what worked for you and what didn't work for you. Because if you do the same thing every single time, then you'll know why you lost the trade. If you lost a trade and you did everything the exact way, then you know what worked for you and what didn't. So the hourly is still bullish on the hourly. It's left a wick. We just don't want to see it leave a wick at the top and then flip bearish again. The 15-minute doesn't look too bad though. Price might do this. Rejected the 8 EMA a little bit, but again, that's the 15-minute. This is the 30-minute. So close to our entry, guys. It's almost like it itches, makes my skin crawl because I'm like, all right, we're right there. But I don't get impulsive. Back in the days, 4 years ago, I probably would have just jumped in just because I couldn't wait. Now I'm like, bro, why was I like that? You know what I mean? The market's not going anywhere. The market doesn't close. It's 24 hours. This is a good sign. Just need to break these wicks. I expect a big push because this could be the breakout, retest, continuation. Once we break this area, we might get a big push. Just remember, we got to pay attention to prices here, here, and here. And if not, we'll get our full 25 pips. It's rejecting the 8 EMA on the 15-minute. I left the wick. It's going for the wick fill. This is a really good sign. Check the currency strength. GU is still the same, but JPY is up and JPY is down. Euro's been up the entire session. Probably gonna break this area. Here comes GJ. Again, a nice push. We're gonna wait 5 minutes. Get ready, guys. Get GJ. We might enter on the 15-minute if it is a big push. All right, here it goes, guys. We need to wait 5 minutes. I'm gonna wait 5 minutes no matter what. Price might go into our buy zone. It might push heavy, but do not take a buy. We might enter at least on the 15 minutes, which usually we enter on the 30-minute and an hour. But if price decides to turn, don't be mad if we miss out a few pips. All right, here it goes. It's starting to test the wick. The 1 hour, it did a wick fill. Now we need to see what happens. If price rejects, it would happen now. This top of this candle body would come down and reverse because it officially did its wick fill. But if it has filled its wick and breaks through it, I anticipate price to go up. So it literally filled the wick to the T. Look at that. Boom, boom, to the T. So now we need to see what price does. If we enter off the 15-minute time frame, we will be waiting 4 minutes. A little bit impulsive as we mainly enter off the 30-minute and the 1 hour. All right, here's a push. Just wait, guys. We're probably going to miss out on a few pips, but I decided that if we enter, it probably would be off the 15-minute. So we need to at least wait the 3.5 minutes. Don't be surprised if a big boom, it might happen. We might have a big push here, you guys. Be ready. Same thing with GU. It is approaching. It is breaking the wicks. We need to wait 3 minutes. Here you go, guys. If it pushes up, do not just take a buy yet. I see it pushing through heavy. We might miss out on some pips, but let's just wait for at least the 15 minutes to close. See, it's rejecting this 1 hour zone perfectly. That's why we don't want to take any buys yet. So let's see what happens. All right, Euro JPY broke the previous wick. So chances are, I'm not taking any entries, but chances are it's going to go to at least test this area. Some people are probably taking buys right there. It's just not a clean setup for me because there's a resistance coming up, but don't be surprised if EJ, since it's broke this area, comes up to this area comfortably. But it's not a pair that I trade, so I'm not like getting excited. Look at that. All right, it's broken the area, guys. Don't take any buys yet. It could push up. I expect a huge push coming, but we need to be calm. Here it goes, but do not take an entry. We might see a big push. It is in my area of interest. 2 minutes. Don't take any entries. It could probably push up a lot. Do not take any entries, okay? We're gonna enter off the 15-minute. It's a little impulsive. We do enter off the 30, but let's just see, because if it closes above like this and the next 15-minute opens above, it continues, or it just might reject right now. We don't want to get caught in a fake out. Euro's probably flying. Yeah. Just let GJ do his thing. We got 2 minutes no matter what. Yeah, Euro JPY is definitely going to come to test this area. Wouldn't have been the worst entry, but the reason why is because of these hourly rejections. In case you're wondering, like, why, like, if you know EJ is going to do that, well, I don't know what it's going to do, but I'm just reacting. I'm not being predictive. There's just some resistance right here, so I don't want to take any trades yet. And then there's resistance right here. This is the 1 hour resistance, so I'd rather get in this wick fill here. It's cleaner. Yeah, look, see, EJ is kind of flying. Wow, EJ is flying a lot. Look at this. You guys see this? Wow, Euro JPY is flying. Currency must be strong. Yeah, it's still up. Wow. All right, let's go back to GJ. Wow, Euro JPY is flying. All right, 20 seconds left on the 15-minute. Whoops. There we go. If the 15-minute and 15 seconds closes above the yellow line and the next 15-minute opens above and continues on, I'll take the entry. So just be ready. This is GJ, so let's see. It's coming up above. It closed above. Let's see what the next candle does. Pay attention. I'll let you know when I get in. If it breaks this wick, I'm in there. Just wait. Be ready, you guys. It's GJ. Don't be afraid to wait till the 30-minute because that's our confirmed entry. This is a little impulsive. It closed above. The next one's opening above. And if it breaks this wick, I'm in there. Wait. Boom. Wait. It's breaking. I haven't entered. I have not entered. Boom. All right. I'm in GJ, you guys. I have entered a buy on GJ. If you want to wait till 30 minutes, feel free. Let me text it to the group. All right. I'm in GJ right now. I'm going to tell you where my entries are at. Give me a second. If you want to wait till the 30-minute. Wait till the 30-minute closes. Wait till the 30. If you haven't entered, just you can wait. GJ still hasn't came up? Not yet. A little impulsive. Usually you should wait for the 30 minutes to close. So you can wait 13 minutes. All right, tell me who's in and tell me who's waiting. I don't mind if you wait. If you're waiting, just wait. And okay. Usually we wait for the 30-minute, a little impulsive, but let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna tell you my stop loss, and let's see where it got me in at. Yeah, if you haven't got in, just wait. This is why you should. I always should wait for the 30-minute. Let me just post something in the group. 1 second, you guys. All right, I'm just checking my accounts, making sure I'm in all my entries. All right, let's see where it got me in at. All right, so it got me in 153,757, 153,757. Everyone just calm down too. If you haven't entered, no worries. Oh yeah, it got me right at the wick. Terrible. Now remember, if you have not this is why we wait for the 30 minutes. I got impulsive, I'll be honest, but I do trust my analysis at the end of the day. So let's see. I like to put it under the previous candle's wick and then go down a little bit. I probably whisk at least 25 pips. Yeah, and then take profit. Probably just go for 20 pips. Let me see. If you haven't entered, no worries. No worries. All right, 30-minute right here. I'm just gonna put this here. I'm gonna change it orange because it's a 30-minute. Let me see something. Okay, so it's not there yet. So yeah, I'll probably just go for 20 pips. Yeah, okay, so that's gonna be my TP right here. 950. Let's see what 950 is. Idea corner area. 950 is 19.3. Okay. So that would be my take profit. Stop loss. I'm risking a little. Reward ratio is a little bit weird, but I need to respect my strategy, and I usually put my stop losses beneath the. Okay, what's going on? Okay. If you're wondering where I put my stop loss, I usually put it under the previous candle's wick, but it's a little too further down. It's like 30 pips, so I'm putting it under the current candle's wick. All right, we're floating in profit. You ready, you guys? Well, it wants to float in profit, but I like how it looks. I expect if we could break this blue area, remember what I said, guys? If it rejects this area and starts to reverse down, then I'll probably move my stop loss up because that means it did one of these scenarios. So this is a very important area. We need to break this area right here. This is very important. And we still need this 30-minute to close above here and the next one to open up. So we'll see. All right, so for now, I'm just gonna send it to my VIP members that the stop loss will be at 153,500, I think. 153,500. No more than 25 pips. So regardless, you know exactly how much you're making. All right, so let me send this to the group. 1 second, you guys. Put TP at 153,950 and stop loss. One second, you guys. 153,500. Remember, G is still setting up in the cut. It's actually about to set off our alert. So just be ready for that. Yo, JPY rejected, but okay, get ready. We're at GU now. Ooh, get ready. 8 minutes though. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Give that a second. All right, let's let GJ just let it breathe for a second. Make sure you have your TP and everything set up. We're flying in profit. I'll let you know when to move your stop loss to break even. GU's coming up strong, you guys. I gotta wait this 7 minutes, I think, you guys. I think it's better just to wait. Yeah, let's just wait the 7 minutes. I was already impulsive on GJ. Yeah, it's playing in my favor, but it was too dangerous. GU, we're gonna wait. How's everyone looking? Drop something in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. We looking good. All right, so far, you guys. So far, we're looking good. All right, now we got to pay attention to price right here, you guys. If we break through this area, we should be fine. GU's going up, but we need to wait. GU's pushing hard, you guys. GU's pushing really hard, but I want to wait for the 30-minute. Awesome. GU is ready for us, but I got to be patient. I almost jumped in, but I'm like, you know what? I gotta respect that. Now look, if price starts to reject this 1 hour, we gotta be careful. This is what I was talking about. I'll tell you when we move our stop loss to break even. This is what I don't want to see, rejecting the 1 hour. GU, yeah, so we're gonna wait. All right, cool. So that let us, at least GU breathe a little bit. Let's see what happens, you guys, because this 1 hour rejection was crucial. It bounced off it to the T almost. So we gotta be careful for a possible reversal. So just play it smart. We're gonna manage our risk. Can you hear me, Takia, now? I paused the music. Let me know if you can hear us. Vernon, I was gonna text you the signal, but I see you're in the live. Can you guys hear me? I paused the music. Yeah, see, this is not good. Why? Because it is, excuse me, it is rejecting this 1 hour zone. Remember I said before we take this entry, if we enter, we got to pay attention here. And then once it breaks that area, we need to pay attention here. If we could break these two areas, we should be good. Can y'all hear me? Let me know. I turned down the music. Yes. All right, cool. Takia, you say you can't hear anything. Let me know if you can hear me. Yes. Okay. We got 4 minutes left on the 30. So price we might see a big push, whether it's in our direction or against us for the next 5 minutes. What we want to see here, you guys, we want to see this. Let me move this up there. We want to see this 30-minute candle close above this blue line. And then we want to see the next 30-minute candle open above and continue and break this area. This isn't a good sign for us because it wicked off the 1 hourly. I'll be honest, I didn't want to see that, but we'll see what happens. Just know it was not a good sign because it is rejecting this 1 hour zone. What 1 hour zone is this? Is this. It's rejecting top of the candle body. And now we need to get through the wick. So we're going to see how it reacts, even though it's rejecting pretty nasty. As you can see, this is the 5 minute. We rejected it perfectly, which is not a good sign. Huge rejection wick. But guys, no worries. We're only risking about 25 pips. No one should blow their account or, you know what I mean? It just wasn't a good sign. It bounced off the 1 hourly perfectly. I did not want to see that. But you always trust your analysis. You trust yourself. We still have an entry on GU coming 2 minutes. This 30-minute candle needs to close above. So just let GJ breathe. You should already have your take profit and your stop loss. We're in the entry. What's up, Edwards? We just took an entry. So we're gonna wait to see how it plays out. It did reject this area pretty nasty, which is not a good sign. And that's why you can see here on the 5 minute, huge rejection as soon as it touched it to the T. So not a good pattern on the 5 minute. I don't look at the 5 minute. You can just see on the 15. So let me show you where we need to see price stay above. Now we definitely need to see price stay above this area. So I'm gonna move this to here. We want to see price stay above that area. Huge rejection wick, not good, but we're gonna let it ride. Just trust your analysis. 2 minutes left on the 30-minute candle. And we want to see on GU. Now, let me move this alert a little lower. Now that price, you see why we didn't take a buy on GU as bad as I wanted to? It was a huge rejection. So I'm going to put an alert right here. Let's check the currency strength. Make sure we're all good. GBP still up, JPY is down. Euro's up, JPY is down. Euro's probably still flying. No, it's rejecting the 1 hour as well. Right now, all the pairs are rejecting, but this could possibly bounce off here and continue up. But the only trade we are in right now, you guys, is GJ. All right, so G is crossing 47 seconds. If it closes above this area. All right, this is crucial. Get GU ready, you guys. Get GU ready. We got 20 seconds. Don't take an entry.
Hi.
All right, we need to see it. The body needs to close above this blue line right here. And then the next one needs to open above. We got 3 seconds. It did not close above. It did not close above. So now we need to see price come down just a little bit and leave a wick and then flip bullish. Yeah, that did not close good. Let's see GJ. Yeah, GJ didn't close good. Run into a nasty rejection, you guys. Nasty hourly rejection right here. This is the two areas I was worried about. You see these two lines in the middle of our look for buys here? This is the areas we have to be careful. Let's just see if it can stay above this area at least. So no worries. Now what I want to see for GU, we still can get an entry. It didn't close above, but what I'm looking for now is to see this candle leave a little wick, like how it's doing, and then flip bullish and continue up. So we'll see what happens. This is a good sign, you guys. This is what we need to see, a wick. And I'll probably just wait for it to break its previous wick, which is right here. Always remember to trust your analysis too, you guys. Never get scared. Like if it rejects right when you take an entry and you go straight into drawdown, just trust yourself. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm not stressing right now. I'm not nervous. If I lose, I know I lost 25 pips and I'll look for another setup. All right, G's flipping bullish. We're gonna enter on the break of this wick. So be ready for GU. Let's check the strength. Hopefully USD's down. Boom, still about the same, not the best. But let's see if we can flip. GJ's kind of flipping too, but we're gonna look at GU to see if we can get our entry. Everyone have GU pulled up. Know exactly what lot size you're using. Know exactly what lot size you're using. We're not gonna worry about Euro JPY right now, you guys. Buys are up here, but we're not gonna worry about it. It's not my top pair. Don't worry, guys. GJ's coming. Don't get scared. Don't get scared, man. Trust yourself. If it loses, it loses. You can't be scared to lose. It's okay. People lose. Okay. I'm not perfect. We already have everyone should have a stop loss. So you should know, you should already have your stop loss. That should take the scare out of what could happen. Oh my God. You know what I mean? We know exactly how much we can lose. We in? Yeah, we're in. Not on GU. We're on GJ. We're on buys on GJ. We're on buys on GJ. About to take a buy on GU. We're waiting to see this candle. It did flip bullish. It did leave a wick behind. It left that little rat tail like, and now we're waiting for it to break this wick right here. 30-minute just closed, so we could take an entry if it pushes right now through. One second, guys. All right, you guys, how you feeling? Drop some comments. Let me know. I know everyone's probably sitting here doing what I'm doing. We're looking at the charts. But we all right, guys. Everything is looking all right. As long as we can stay above this area, we should be fine. If it breaks this area, chances are it will hit the stop loss, but we should be coming back into profit any minute now. Just make sure you trust yourself. Possibly looking for a second entry. Drop some fire in the chat. Let's heat up the chat, you guys. We need to get this thing flowing. We need to send out the positive vibes. We're here to make some money, y'all. Don't be scared. As long as you have your stop loss in there, no one should even be worried. Is everyone okay? Just let me know. We got quiet in here. There we go, Vernon. Thank you, brother. That scared me. I don't want no one, you know what I'm saying? Yes, EJ's still flying too. If I would have done a proper analysis earlier, I probably would have caught an entry somewhere, but even though I probably still wouldn't have, it's too ugly. I want to see this break the wick. Since this candle didn't close above, now we got to get the wick fill entry. If this would have closed above, and this candle would have opened above, we would have been all right. TJs should be in profit, you guys. I'm gonna let you know when we're gonna move our stop loss to break even. Let me see when I'm 10 pips up. We got to be careful right here. This is 10 pips right here. It's flying in profit, you guys. Let GJ fly, you guys. You got to be careful when it gets to this next zone, though. We might move our stop loss to break even when it gets right here. Yeah, when it gets here, we'll move stop loss to break even, 9 pips, just to be careful. The price gets right here. Because it rejected this hourly, it might reject this hourly. If it gets through these hourlies, we got our TP on the way. So just trust yourself. I'm waiting for GU. GJ's fine, you guys. GJ looks okay. Be ready to move your stop loss to your entry. GJ flying in profit. Just be ready to move your stop loss to entry. Start looking at your MetaTrader, see where your entry's at. And as soon as it gets to this area, we'll move our stop loss to entry. All right, it passed the first zone. Now this is a crucial area. We need to pay attention right here. Everyone should be in profit right now. When I say move your stop loss to break even, make sure you do it. Because right when it gets here, it could reject and reverse. So just be ready. All right, you guys, crucial area. I'm about to move. I'll tell you when I move my stop loss to break even. If it rejects, I'll probably do it anyways. You ready? I might say stop loss to break even. It's rejecting close enough. Be ready? I might move stop loss to break even. Because it's rejecting close to this hourly, so it might have did the rejection. But let's just let it breathe for a second. Just be ready to move your stop loss to break even. If we get knocked at break even, we'll look for a better entry. I just don't like how it bounced off nearly yet. Everyone go to the MetaTrader, click modify, and I already have it typed in your entry in the stop loss area. As soon as I click it, it's gonna put me right there. Boom. Yeah, it's rejecting hard, close to the 1 hour, not right to the T, but it's kind of rejecting. Yeah, I might put my stop loss to break even. It's rejecting too hard. GU setting up, you guys. You're probably flying. I haven't moved my stop loss to entry just yet. I'm letting the trade breathe a little bit. I don't like how it rejected like right here though. It's struggling to get through this area. These two yellow lines that I wrote, it is struggling to get through, which I do not like. That's why I have these yellow lines. But once we break these two yellow lines, price will continue up to our TP. I just don't like how it's struggling right now. And Euro JPY is kind of coming up to a buy entry, but I don't know if I will take it. It's not a pair that I trade. On the daily, it looks great because if it breaks the daily, it's good. Should we move to break even? I haven't just yet. Where'd you get in at, Kazan? It depends on where you got in at. 53752. 53752. Okay, you got in right here. So you're probably what? So you were up about 8 pips. Now it's about 3, 4. I'd give it just a second. 763. So you're at about right here. Yeah, I would give it a second, guys. Just a second. I'm gonna tell you, I want to get up here before I move my. I really want to break this yellow area and then move my stop loss to break even. But if it starts to struggle, I gotta follow my plan. I said before I took this trade is if it struggles in these two yellow lines and it starts to reject, we'll close it out. But let's see. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit on the 15-minute. GU setting up, you guys, so just be ready for that. GJ looks good, you guys. Okay, it's breaking the first yellow line. We need to get through this second one. Once we get through this second one, we can be off to our take profit. I got an alert on GU. It looks good. It's filling the wick, but we have to break this current wick to continue up. GJ is in profit. I'm close to moving my stop loss to break even. I'm going to tell you in just a second. Here's a second attempt of touching this hourly zone. I don't want to look too close. The 5-minute will drive me crazy. Yeah, I can't look at that. It's really what makes me want to move my stop loss to break even. It's kind of struggling, you guys. Let's do this. Pay attention. All right. Let me let this 15-minute close 5 seconds. Please close above this yellow line and next one open above. This will determine if I move my stop loss to break even. Open above, it's rejecting. All right, move your stop loss to break even right now. Stop loss to break even. Risk-free trade, stop loss to break even. Stop loss to break even, you guys. Stop loss to break even. Let me tell the group. Move your stop loss to break even. If we get knocked out, this is a risk-free trade. Let's go. I love it. I'll take it any day. Stop loss to break even. If we get stopped out, we'll just take another entry. Stop loss to break even. Move stop loss to break even because it might fly. If we get knocked out, we just get in. Let's go, guys. This is a risk-free trade. Now we're chilling. This is no, it can't lose. We're either gonna win or break even. Let's go. Drop some fire in the chat. Let's fucking go. I love risk-free trades. I don't mind getting knocked out at break even. I'm not losing no matter what. Let's fucking go. This is lit, man. This is when you should be happy. I'm happy. I like when I know my stop loss is at break even because I know I won't lose for nothing. It could take me out right now and I'm chilling. I'm telling you, it might take us out. This is why we move our stop loss to break even because of this. Don't worry, guys. It's okay if we get stopped out. Guess what? We didn't lose. No one should be losing right now. Oh my God, Euro JPY is coming up to the buy areas. Nasty. Wow. It literally, didn't I tell you guys once it broke this yellow area, it was going to test this blue line? Jesus. Wow. Euro JPY is just up and up and up. But you know what I mean? Some people take late entries and they walk into a huge rejection. So yeah, I'm gonna let that live. See what happened to GU. GU is still kind of setting up. GJ might take us out at break even, you guys, but if you don't have your stop loss at break even, yeah, see, look, this is why we move our stop loss to break even. Tell me when it takes you out. Say it took me out. Once it takes you out, say it took me out. See why we respect our strategy though, you guys. When price has been struggling to break here, so it might reverse and drop. So it's about to take me out too, you guys. No worries. You'll start to realize that these break evens are like golden. Yeah, it's about to take us out, you guys. No worries. Let me know if it took you out or if you're still in it. Yeah, here it goes, guys. About to take everyone out right now. Boom, took me out. All right, took me out of there. Yep, no worries. Let's see how this hourly closes. Out. No worries, no worries. Look, it's probably gonna push up. Don't be mad if it pushes up on profit. We can enter off the 1 hour. G acted like it's set up, but it's rejecting. GJ still pretty solid. Look at that. As soon as it took us out, look at that. Whipped me out. But it could reverse now, and then I'll be happy it took me out. I'm gonna see how this 1 hour reacts. If this 1 hour closes above this 4 hour zone and the next opens above, I'll probably re-enter. Look, technically it would still be in profit, but the break-even trade is, I'm never mad at that. That's not bad, man. I'll take that any day, you guys. Yeah, we were 8 pips in profit, but I'll take us break even any freaking day. Now, don't be mad if it shoots in profit. Like it is right now. Look at that, guys. Check that out. EJ might be our entry too. I just don't know if I want to take the risk because I don't trade this pair. I'm not feeling risky right now, guys, but it's finally in my buy zone. We'll see. How many pips is this? 3 pips. We'll see. I might take it. I don't know. You see, we got the push. We took the entry. It flew into profit. I mean, we had a little drawdown, but then it was starting to fly in profit. Kazong, are you still in the trade? Oh, Kazong said out. Okay. Who's still in the trade? Is anyone in the trade? Or did everyone get stopped out of break even? Got 7 minutes on the hourly. Might determine if I re-enter or not. Oh my God, look at EJ, guys. You know what? I'd rather just look at it. Oh my goodness. This is my buy entry. I'm just gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna learn and be like, okay, it worked. That's what I'm gonna do. I decided. I'm not gonna take any entries on EJ. It already is in my buy zone, but you guys see where I put the buy zone at? Why? Because the Wickfield trade, like I said, off the daily, clean traffic, broke the previous wicks. 30-minute might look a little bit messier. No, 30-minute has clean traffic right here. Price might reject right here. I'm gonna put it orange just because it's 30-minute. I don't really mark it off the 30-minute, but EJ's a little different, so I gotta treat it a little different. Look at that, guys. Wow. Got into the wrong JPY pair. Look at that shit. This might fly right up to here. 26 pips. This is where I probably would have got out on that. But I'm just working on this pair, you guys. That's crazy. All right, boom. Oh, that's 5 minutes. Sorry. Hourly closing 5 minutes. It'd be nice to see it. This hourly candle close above this hourly rejection. Right here. Close like this. and then see the next candle open above, and then we'll take a re-entry. If it doesn't happen, then I'll just walk away from GJ. But don't be surprised if it starts flying up. I know we're probably like, damn, bro, look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It might fly and hit our take profit before we get in. Remember, the last 5 to 10 minutes of every hourly candle, it gets a little bit of a push. This EJ trade would have went straight to, wow. Do you guys see this? Comment if you see this. I did the one chart I didn't mark up today is going crazy. Wow, look at that. Well, this is just me testing this pair, you guys. I kept telling you I didn't know if I was going to take this trade anyways. And as soon as it got to this zone, you see why I trade clean traffic? I love movement like this. Wow, EJ's, yeah, EJ was the trade to, it's moving way more than, look at GU, huge rejection at the last 5 minutes. EJ's just flying. Wow, look at this, you guys. Trade would have been 5 minutes. 20 pips already, probably would have secured. Wow, look at this shit, you guys. But it's okay. I always tell, like I tell you guys all the time, I'd rather sit on the sidelines and watch my trade play out like I said and not be in it than for me to jump in it and watch my trade not play out the way I said it. Does that make sense? It's better to see your trade play out exactly like you said it and not be in it. Because I could sit here and be like, yeah, yes, you know, like it worked. I called it. Yeah, I didn't make no money. I didn't take the trade, but it did it. Instead of you jumping in and seeing it not do what you predicted. So that's crazy though. EJ's flying, bro. I'm not mad. I'm actually happy that it did that because then it shows, okay, I might take the pair more serious. You know what I mean? Because I'm at a point of my trading career that I wouldn't mind adding one more pair possibly in there. This is a good sign. Vernon, you see on this, brother? You kind of opened my eyes to possibly apply my strategy to another. It broke the previous wick and it shot. People probably entered right after this 1 hour and it went 30 pips. Yeah. This is probably what I would have secured right here, probably. Boom. I'll take my pips right there. Or I'd wait 2 minutes to see how the hourly. Yeah, I would definitely wait to see how that, a minute and a half. If I was in this trade. Don't hop in this trade now. It's too late in case anyone's thinking about it. We might have a re-entry on GJ. We need to see this top of this body close above this hourly zone. Was tempted to take a partial. Oh, I know, bro. That's why I said something, bro. Trust me, me too. I almost still did. Look at GJ, guys. It's probably gonna fly the profit too. Because if we get a late entry, let me see something. Yeah, about a 10 pip move. All right, 52 seconds. You guys get GJ ready. Well, I'm looking at the 5 minute. I'm like, what? Okay. Let me delete this and delete this because this don't matter no more. Look what happened since it came to our buy zone though. Huge push. All right, 5 seconds. It would be nice to see the top of this candle body close above the hourly. And it did not. But let's see if it goes to the wick fill. Be ready. It's not a clean close, so it might reject. Unless it leaves a little wick and Um, let me see. If it leaves a wick like this and flips bullish and breaks this, I'll probably enter right here. Or I might face a huge rejection. Why? Because this hourly didn't close above this hourly zone. Look at GU, super indecisive candle. It bounced off this yellow zone that I said price must stay above. It just, the only problem is that it left a wick at the top and it left a wick at the bottom. Super small candle body in the middle. Ugly candle. This is an ugly GU candle. GJ, we're gonna see if it bounces off this 4 hour right here and continues up. I'm gonna delete this move, stop loss to break even. Let's see EJ. EJ probably, let me guess, still flying. Okay, this is where I would have been. I just got to practice in my head what I would do. In this case, I would say, okay, close with a little wick at the top. Let me see. I probably would find the next 1 hour resistance wick or something, which would be right here. And I'd probably secure profits right there at that wick. It's red one. So I probably would have, boom, I would have closed right there. That would have been the trade. That's it. I would have got 10 pips. Yeah, I was up 23. I probably, honestly, watching, I might have did it 23. I don't know, but just based off that, I'd probably move my stop loss right here. Either that or would have just had my stop loss at break even. 23 pip move right here, you guys. If I would have seen 20 pips, that's my goal. 10 to 15 pips is my main strategy. But if I see 20 or 25 pips, I'm definitely out of there. Oh, GJ's flipping, you guys. GJ's flipping. Get ready. Get ready. Let me check the strength. GJ's flipping. Be ready for the re-entry. Careful, I haven't entered. Careful, do not enter just yet. The GBP's, oh, it's going up and JPY's going down. Okay. Careful with this re-entry. It's always risky to take re-entries. Five-minute looks ugly. Wicks everywhere. I don't look at the 5-minute. Wicks everywhere. I'm 15. I don't know, man. GJ's acting crazy right now. This is where people get faked out and run into like a bull trap. And look at GU. Oh yeah, GU rejected. See if it stays above this price area. I wrote this when price is up here. EJ probably still, it's rejecting that yellow line perfectly that I drew. All right, get ready for GJ, man. I think it's ready for us. It's broke the previous wicks. All right. All right, I entered a buy. I'm on a buy on GJ. I jumped in on a buy on GJ. You don't have to follow this one. It's kind of risky, to be honest, but I jumped in on a buy on GJ. I'm in a buy on GJ. Did anyone jump in? It's pretty dangerous, I'll be honest. This one's a little bit risky, you guys. I'll be completely honest. But it's starting to fly. If we would have stayed in, it would have been nice. But let's see where they got me in at. 53874. I got me in right there. Now this was our original target, but it's only 7 pips. So this is where it gets a little fishy because now price could drive up. And okay. Yeah, this is the only thing though, because it's approaching my initial take profit target. Let me see where the stop loss should go. Definitely below this wick. And I'll probably do maybe 20 pips. All right, maybe 22, just to have it, give it a little space under that 4-hour zone. This is where it gets a little crazy. Give me a second, guys, while I look at this. Because we're approaching a 1-hour zone. So this is a little risky on the re-entry. I might just go for 10 pips, you guys. Call it a day with you there. But then I have to risk 22, so ratio is a little messed up again. Give me a second, guys. I'm just thinking here. I just go for 11 pips. All right, everyone should be in profit right now. Who's in profit? I might have to risk 22 pips though, you guys. Bad ratio, but I am. All right, awesome. Yeah, we're flying in profit though. What's up, Mara? We just took a trade. Let me look at GU. We took a re-entry, so it's a little risky. Probably should have did half the lot size, but I'm gonna let it play out. I'm gonna tell you where my stop loss is. I'm gonna risk 22 pips on this. Actually, I'm gonna put at 650 right there. There it goes. So stop loss is going to be 153.650. I closed mines for 122. Good job, Kazan. Good work, brother. I might start moving my stop loss to break even. 9 pips. Yeah, I probably will move it. All right, get ready for your get ready to move your stop loss at break even. I'll tell you when. Know exactly where your stop loss, your entry's at, so you can be ready. 876. All right, get ready to move your stop loss to break even. All right, move it right now. Stop loss to your break even right now. Stop loss at your break even right now. Stop loss at your break even right now, you guys. Stop loss at your break even right now. Stop losses should be at break even right now. Stop losses should be at break even. We are in another risk-free trade. Let's get it. If he rejects, it could take me out, which it's about to. Jesus, GJ's mess. If it takes me out here, I'm done with GJ for the day. I ain't gonna chase it like this. But look, you know what's crazy, you guys? It hit our original target. Wow. You see this previous trade? I got took out at, wow, look at that. That's crazy. Look at this trade, you guys. The first trade I took would have hit right now, 19 pips. First trade would have hit TP right here. Do you guys see this? First trade would have hit TP right here. So that's why I moved stop loss breaking, because it could possibly reject. Our first trade right here. We entered, caught a little drawdown, and it dropped in the profit. And then it came down and hit us and break even. But right now, if we would have held on, we would have hit 19 pips. So my move played out. It just happened a little bit later. Then we just re-entered and flew right in the profit about 9 pips. I might just grab 10 pips and call it. Or if I want to swing it and just let it ride, I don't know. I just think GJ's acting too funny. Might knock us out at break even again. And if it does, I'm good on GJ for now. And GJ acted like it was about to set up. Still wants to set up. It's crazy, guys. The first trade would hit take profit right here. Boom, 19 pips. It's all good, man. At least you guys see it, you know what I'm saying? The entry was right here. This candle literally took us out at break even. And then the next candle shot right into our take profit. This was the first trade right here. I'm gonna delete these yellow lines just to clean up the chart a little bit. That's crazy though. I mean, it's a good feeling when I see it play out how I said it. It's just due to the stop loss at break even. This candle knocked this out. Would have hit the profit right there. GU is oh yeah, GU is approaching our buy areas. If I execute on GU, it'd be the last trade of the day. I'm gonna wait for it to break the wick. So Miss Rutherford, I'm gonna wait to see the price break the wick, and we're gonna enter up here. And then from there, that would be about 25 pips. I'll just let GJ take me out at break even. today ends up being 2 break-even trade day. I'm not mad. I didn't lose anything. Zong, you secured, brother? Yes, nice. How much you made? Oh, 122. I see it now. Nice work. Yeah, we missed our 19 pips right here. We got knocked out of break even. Should have secured, but you know what? I'm not mad. Still wants to push up. I'll tell you that. Still wants to push up. Move my EMAs out the way. I like to clean up my chart when I see it gets a little messy. I'm honestly not mad about anything today. Price did stay above this area. I'm gonna delete this. GU, I'm gonna do, well, I'll leave it for a sec. Let's look at EJ, the test pair. If entries were at stop, I'm sorry, if stop losses were at entries, it'd be floating in profit right now. And it'd be at about 12 pips. After it already touched 23 pips, I honestly would have probably got out as soon as it hit 20. But I'm just testing this pair out. I'm gonna delete this here and see how this plays. Be nice if I could at least get 16 pips. But if it knocks me out, I'm probably be done for the day. With 2 break evens, unless GU sets up, because we haven't took any trades on GU and it's finally in the buy zone. New York session might give it that push it needs. Because keep in mind, like I tell you guys every day, whenever my setups don't play out in London, they usually play out during New York. Oh yeah, GJ's gonna take me out. No worries, you guys. Let me know if it took you guys out. It hasn't took me out yet, but it's about to. Close 5 pips profit. Good job. Good job. Look at that. Yeah, this was the trade, you guys. The first trade, 19 pips profit. All right, took me out there. Yep, and it took me up. My other trades running still. Took me out on one of my accounts. Hold on, it's about to boom. Took me out there. All right, so I'm out of this trade. Man, I can't lie to you guys. The only issue is that this trade played out, man. 19 pips to the T. Look, profit would take profit was right here. This is the trade, but again, I always move my stop loss to break even. So, but you guys see, take a look. Literally, it's very transparent. Took the entry here, went straight into profit. As soon as it got to about 8 pips in profit, moved the stop loss to entry. What happened next? The next candle took us out at break even. And then what happened next? Shot us straight into our take profit zone. So it would have been a winning trade if we never did move our stop loss to break entry. I'm sorry, our stop loss to break even, but trades do not always play out like this. So I wanted to play it safe, and I'll do that every time. As soon as my trade gets in about 7, 8, 9 pips profit, I just put my stop loss to break even. If I would have let my stop loss down originally where I was at, yeah, I would have won this trade. I would have made 19 pips. But you guys see that the setup is here. It played out to the T. No regrets. Oh no, I don't regret nothing. Absolutely. I agree with you, Vernon. Yes, sir. It's just crazy to see that it played in my favor. And it look, right here was my take profit at 153,950. And I would have got it, boop, 19 pips. But you know what? I'm not mad. Decided to take a re-entry. Good thing we moved our stop loss to break even because it is rejecting pretty nasty right now. So I'd hate to still be in the trade. Yeah, man. And that's that, brother. EJ showed me a little something, so I'm gonna keep testing it. I don't know if I'm gonna trade it yet, but it did come up heavy, and I probably would have got it at about 20 pips. But that wasn't a trade today. I don't trade that pair. Nice. I'm not mad though. I'll be completely honest. 2 break-even trades. I'm not mad. And to see one actually go exactly where I said, yeah, I'm not re-entering on GJ no more. This was the move. It already happened. A move already happened. Let me look at that in trading view. Remember I posted this earlier, you guys? This is GJ. I posted this 3 hours ago when the stream started. Look what happened. Boom. Straight to buys. Watch it again. Posted that. Boom. Straight to take profit. What has happened since GU? Posted this 3 hours ago. This is how it looked. Boom. No confirmation. It rejected. Indecisive candle. And this is where it currently at. So that's why we are in no entries on GU. Yeah, that might be it for today. The move happened, but we got wicked out at break even. Literally on the 1 minute. Look at that. This is where we took an entry. Boom. Took a little drawdown. Price started coming up. We didn't hit our stop loss. Price started going up. Boom. Hit us out at our stop loss. Price went up. Wicked one more time. Boom. Shot up right here to the T. 950 was a TP. And that's where it hit. So the trade would have ended right about here. Can't be mad at it. Play it out. But that is it. What do you guys think? Give me some feedback. What do you guys think about that trade? Yeah, we got knocked out at break even. Didn't make anything. But guess what? You know it's better than not making anything? Shit, not losing anything. Tell you that much. Kind of gave us some issues, but don't be surprised if GJ just keeps flying once the session's over, because New York is going to be starting soon. Probably hit, 154 200 area, to be honest. So just don't be surprised for that move. All good. Yep. Look at this. Same thing's gonna happen again. Knock that at break even, it might fly up. But you know what? I'm not mad at it. Don't be mad at it, guys. I know some people are probably like, damn, I just was on this whole stream. I didn't make nothing. That's all right. It's okay. But guess what? You didn't lose anything. And you still seen the trade play out almost to the T. Obviously, if we didn't put our stop loss at break even, we would have made money, 19 pips. But guess what? I'm fine with it. I'd rather see this any day. I could be like, all right, I was right. It was just stop loss was a little tight. Or whatever, however you want to call it. Move the stop loss to break even too soon. Whatever you call it, you guys, I'm not mad at it. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I mean, that was up and down. GU's rejecting now, so probably stay out of it for the time being. But I'll tell you what. I'm not going to sleep yet. I'm going to be paying attention to the charts on myself to see if GU plays out. I'm going to let GJ live because my move basically already happened. Literally, like it already happened. Obviously, I didn't catch it. But I'm gonna just I'm gonna let things play out. I'm gonna pay attention to the chart for you guys. I really appreciate you guys who stayed on the stream to the end. We were able to enter 2 trades, 2 break evens. Don't be mad that you didn't make anything. You would have been more mad if we lost. So completely fine with it. I'm gonna keep back testing EJ. I'm gonna keep doing fake setups like this any day. Kazan, good job securing some money there. Perfect. It's a blessing. Thank you. Yeah, no problem, you guys. I appreciate it. You guys see it wasn't not a bad setup. Still played out. Missed out on 19 pips, but guess what? We didn't lose. So I know I said the same thing like 10 times. I just gotta emphasize it because I know there's someone on the stream right now that's probably thinking, damn, you know what I mean? Why did I move my stop loss to break even? He was right. He just should have kept it. You know what I mean? And that's okay. I'll take this any day. I'll take 10 break evens. I'll take 1,000 break evens. I don't really care. What I do care about is just learning. Just take it as a lesson. But guess what? I'll keep doing this. I'll keep putting my stop loss to break even after I'm about 8 to 9 pips every single time. Because guess what? What would have happened if price rejected and dropped and it tanked? And next time you're like, man, next time this guy moves his stop loss to break even, I'm not doing it. Let's just say you're thinking that right now. I'm not saying anyone is, but let's just say you're thinking that. Don't think my trades always still play out after it hits the stop loss. If it would have tanked and went the completely opposite way, someone would be pissed off that they didn't move it. I'm still gonna move my stop loss to break even every time I'm in at least 8 pips. Okay. Is there any questions at least for today? This is actually a really good start to the week, in my opinion, because for a Sunday, you guys, this was a lot. These were nice candles. We had some volume. Yeah, it took a while for the setup to play out. And that's completely fine. Yeah, we probably missed out on all these pips, blah, blah, blah. But it came to my buy zone. We had a nice push. Played out like I said. We just got knocked out of break even. So overall, a super this actually excites me because if this happened on a Sunday night / Monday morning, imagine what's to come tomorrow or tomorrow night or tonight. I don't know. What is it? 3:30 in the morning for me now. So yeah, this is actually a really good sign for the week. This shows that we got volume. Okay. So take it as best volume for a Sunday, Monday. Yes. Thank you, Takia. This is one of the best volumes I've seen on a Sunday / Monday. And that's it. That's really all there is to it. Is there any other questions you guys have for me? Be careful during New York if you're going to trade New York. Why? There's actually news. Let me see. Where did I see it? Oh, no, okay, never mind. It's actually on Tuesday. Oh, never mind. Okay, that's tomorrow news. Oh yeah, there's a lot of US news on Wednesday too, 5:30 in the morning. Wow, a lot of news on Wednesday. Yeah, you guys, we'll pay attention to that when that day comes. But is there any other questions, you guys? Hopefully no one's, I mean, if you stayed in the trade, you won, but hopefully no one's in any trades right now. Any questions? Let me know if there's any questions. Nope. Have a great rest of your night. Awesome. Yep. I'm just going to pay attention to the charts for a little bit. Probably see the first hour of New York. See if we get a good push on GU. I'll leave the alert there just in case it decides to play out. Don't be surprised if I send you a signal. I'm just going to say it now. But don't be surprised if I send you a GU signal, buys or sells, obviously, but buys if during New York, the first hour, we get a nice push. GJ, I gotta let GJ live. GJ might keep flying. I'm just gonna say it now. You might wake up later in the morning or today and see that GJ has hit 153,200 area, but I'm not going to find out. Beautiful move. Take it any day. But aside from that, if there is no more questions, I'm gonna let you guys go. It's been a blessed session. Remember to plan your trade your plan. Don't overtrade. Even if you've been on the stream this whole time and you're mad you haven't made no money, just remember that you didn't lose anything and the trade still played out in our favor. So that is a good sign that we weren't wrong. We just had a tight stop loss. So 2 break-even trades, take it any day, any night, 1,000 times and tomorrow. And I'll continue to move my stop loss at break even any day. And I'm going to continue back testing EJ just to let you guys know. But with that being said, you guys have a blessed day. Really appreciate you guys' patience. Hopefully you learn something every day. We don't lose, we learn and we earn. So just stay positive, stay productive. If you guys have any questions, feel free to write me. New York session streams will be starting soon. I'm going to be streaming both, even if I do it by my damn self. I don't care. I'm here to make money with you guys, and I'm willing to keep streaming over and over and over time again. As long as you guys are learning, then we're getting to the money. So, all right. That being said, I'm going to end it here. You guys take care. Have a blessed day. And remember, stay away from the charts during the day. Do not chart watch. All right.